All right. Let's do this thing. Haha, what's going on, people? Let me turn off the classical music real quick. All right. What's going on, guys? I want to thank the first 18 people in here. I'm already asking a couple questions and trying to keep the wolf's nerves calm. So let me drink my chill out water. And it's just water, sadly. I didn't make it to the other room to get some vodka or anything else good. So that's what I need an assistant for. I got nothing. All right. So first of all, let's see who we got here in the chat. Let's start with that. I want to apologize ahead of time if the signal is a little choppy. I got a new service, so we'll see how this works out. If not, we'll try to bounce right back in. And also, I may or may not be able to get to all of your questions, but I will try. So right now, I just want to ask, can everybody hear me okay? Does everything sound good? And then I want to thank Becky for being a new member. Jess, I see you out there. Thank you. What it is, Bad Wolf? Yeah, what's up? Tribes and Tides. Yep, hollered at you earlier. Jamie, Stanley, King Blade, Diesel. Yes. Get those thumbs up. I appreciate that. Every little bit helps. Let's see what else we got in here. David E, we here. Thank you guys. Gunner, peace and love, right back at you. Dell Associates, you selling computers? What you got going on? You in here trying to pimp on my time? Mars Infinity, politically incorrect. I recognize a couple usual names. So thank you for the people who have been here for me since day one. Thank you for the new people. As most of you guys know, hold on, I'm getting hit up by one of my people who are supposed to be in here. All right, hold on. All right, 6. See if that one works. If not, just text me back. And Leon, what's going on? Leon Bell. Shadrina, Clarion. All right, they're starting to pile up quick. I really need to consult with you about my micronation straight chaser. Okay. All right, all right, 6. Let me see if that doesn't work here. I'll just I'll send you the email or the direct thing directly here. Hold on. I'll send it to the email. Okay. I got this new mailing app and it doesn't really work so well, but let's see. Hopefully it is give me no hard time. So let me know where you guys are hailing in from. All right. What state, what republic of what state you guys are in right now, or country, whatever, or even your own micronation. Let me know what you guys got going on. There we go. All right. And for you, 6, I'm sending over the link right now. Emailing that so you can get on. All right. Okay, my mail, once again, told you my mail app is acting weird, so give me a second. That's why I tell people, sometimes if you order something from me, guys, and I don't get back to you within a day, maybe 2 at the latest, I might not have gotten it because the mail app and then the they don't always send the links from PayPal or whatever else. So just bang and bang. There we go. There we go. All right, 6. I'm sending it right now. That went through, so you should be good. All right, so let me jump back into comments. Industries, Mike Papa, visuals. What's going on, guys? Norman, Gunner, Roe, Leon. I think we had them in. PM, is that PM Dawn? That was a good group. I still like some of those songs in there. Whatever it is I do. Sorry, I'm not a singer. Less I've been drinking. Not saying it's going to be good, but it's entertaining nonetheless. Servant of Yahweh. All right. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Anthony. All right. California. Stand up. 90% of my people come from California. We'll just say. Franklin, what's going on? James, love the name, by the way. And Jordan, that's my nephew's name. So got my national passport today. I'm assuming filled it out. Copper moonshines recommended. Yeah. They have updated some of the stuff, but essentially the information is the same. That's where I got a lot of my information to start off with. So you are in good hands. I actually know Colonel Von Wilson personally. He's an awesome dude. He always likes to critique me on my stuff. I think I'm doing good. And also he's like, I would have used this a little bit different. You can never impress your father figures, right? E West, E to the West, E West. What's going on with your sub, brother? Thirst for Truth. What's going on, King? I see you out there. All right. Let's see. Looks like 6. Oh, there he is. Going to bring in my boy A6. Somebody who's been rolling with me since day 1. All right. Here we go. Let's bring him on in.
Yo, what's good, champ?
What's up, sis?
They didn't want it to happen today, man. It's like, hell no.
Hey, Finest Thing got some. He's got a flat tire right now somewhere, I bet.
Yeah, you know how that goes, man. He out there swagged out,
and his cell phone bill didn't get paid.
My man swagged out. He said, "I'll be there when I can get there." But you know how it goes, man. What's up with you though?
Oh man, everything is pretty chill, man. Just I can't believe. I mean, you've seen how the channel's grown, and I see your channel's growing. So, matter of fact,
slowly.
Before we get into all that, I want everybody to know this is my man A6. So A6, please plug your channel because this man has fire information. He's been supporting me in the background, in the front ground, the side ground.
Yes, indeed.
Boots on the ground since day 1. And so he's been a tremendous help with me. So please check out this man's channel. He's right around 2,000 subscribers. So we got to get that up. The goal right now is to get 5, and then it'll be 10. So 6, please tell them about yourself and your channel, and then we'll jump back in.
Yes, indeed. A6, the foreign national, born natural. Y'all know what it is. I'm usually live on Sundays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The channel is A-6, just like there in the lower corner, but it's an _ grind time, GRINDTIME, and punch that in. Mash that subscribe button. Drop the what is that? The bell icon, and then we usually chop it up. I had Wolf on there just past Sunday. A lot of people like the show. We have people coming in there all the time. We cover all kinds of news, law, you know what I mean, when it comes to freedom. Pretty much anything you can think of that you come to this channel for, we do the same thing over there. And a lot of the guys you go check out, they come through my spot too. So that's pretty much it. Go subscribe if you're into that thing. Obviously you are.
All right, I want to say what's up to Jason in Canada. If you're in Canada, what is it? I think there's a Canadian version of me up there. His name is A Soldier's Call, I think. I think it's the Soldier's Call. And he does the same thing up there for you guys as I do down here. But all the people are welcome. All the knowledge is good. We're just trying to cut our way through this wilderness. Trey, I see you with the G. You know what it be. Let's see. We got Bill Johnson. Roe knows. Okay, so for an interview, yeah, just shoot me an email and we'll try to set up something. I be on the run, man. The wolf can't stop, won't stop. So, but I will catch up with you. So we'll do that. Copper Dragons, that's a cool name. I like that. What's going on?
It's a hard ass
to,
name.
what's that?
That's a hard ass name. Copper Dragons. What?
Yeah.
Yo, somebody, if you beefing with somebody and somebody's, I'm gonna get my man Copper Dragons on you.
I'm not showing up, dog.
Like, that's a wash, man.
I'm like, you know what, bro? Let's just squash it, man. It's cool.
Then we can talk it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, you know my mama house too? Nah, man, I'm cool.
Yeah,
nah. Right. Harmonious Balance. What's up, Sean? Fire Cloud. Like that name too. Oh, there. Mounting Flame. What's going on? I know we just did a consultation. I know you popped in over on 6. Thanks you for showing up and supporting both of us. All right, was it Mike Pappas signed up for 2 of the classes? All right, Ant, Trey, Terry, Barry Kid, Mars, Carissa. Thank you for being an awesome person. It always takes one to know one. Is that Cy Money? Shalom. Was that Heath? Cornelius, Franklin in Franklin Acosta, my bad, New Jersey. Man, you guys are blowing it up. Bill, State National, what's up? Good to see you back in the house. All right, so I'm not going to be able to keep up with all of you guys.
Coming in.
Y'all got me blown up here. I'm gonna try to jump in. Joel's on. What's going on, Mr. Inventor? Linda C. Wellcorp, Darren. I'm just gonna run through. 5G Revolution, politically incorrect.
It's a lot of heads on here I've never seen before.
Yeah, there's a lot of new names. So thank you guys. Where are my old school people? Where y'all at? I got new people holding it down. Y'all slipping. Right. All these new people holding down. We got LL in here talking about greetings, Bad Wolf at A6. Amanda, a Warriors call. Thank you. A Warriors call. I was close, soldier, warrior. Not the same, but close. A Warriors call in Canada. Correct. Terrell Orr. Cynthia, Dr. Bass. Alpha. Artavia, Ken, Boom, X-rated. Chris, Divine. All right, I think I'm caught up, so we're going to jump into it. All right, so I got the shots off. Oh, Anton from Arkansas, that's the home family state, so I'll see you out there. So, yeah, all right, so everything has been cool. We're up to like 32,000 subscribers, so that's fire. I never expected to get there. Actually, I take it back. We're up to 33,583. Maybe we'll hit, I don't think we'll hit 50 before the end of the year. That was kind of my goal. It would have been cool. But hey, as long as we hit it, that's all that matters. And because of people like you, we've been living this way. 6 has been living this way. We got another guy, Finest Thing, who might show up. We'll see. If not, me and 6 will hold it down. We've been having successes across the board. Like, I don't want to go into I won't tell the people's names for privacy reasons. It's like I wouldn't tell y'all information. But one of my clients and viewers told me how they were in, I think we're going to talk about this part, Seattle, Washington, where one of the processing centers is. And at first, the people were like, oh, yeah, we don't accept those statements or whatever those are. We don't even know what those are. And because they watched my videos, they were like, right here on the DS11, it says, unless an explanatory statement is attached,
exactly,
we can do that. So they went in the back and came back out and they're like, okay, yeah, I guess we'll take it, you know. And by the end of the conversation, they were cool. They were like, okay. They're like, we're just not used to this. You have to understand. So he left, he has a group. Okay. So this person has a group. They know who they are. And he got like another 5, 6, 7 of his other people, all with the explanatory statement, all done the way we do it. You know, Bad Wolf provided. They walked in there and they said, hey, we're here to do the passport process, because this is where you can get it done in 45 minutes. You don't have to wait a month or 2 months. So they go, wait a minute. This is what I thought was interesting. The lady goes, oh, you guys are all secured party creditors. Now, I've never heard that reference to the passport process. So she goes, you guys need to stand in line H. We got you. We know who you are. We know how you guys get down. And they all went in there and got their stuff done with the explanatory statements. No more problems. No, none of that stuff. I was like, ugh. So we are making some changes. Let's see. We got, I want to send a special shout out to Lisa B out there. And we got Fact Check It TV. And Boom Fluy, F-U-L-U-I-Y. So yeah, so we got a victory there. We've got some other victories. I don't want to mention on exactly what, but let's just say if you've been to Black Site 32, we have some victories in that new platform that people have asked me to write up a document to assist. And as always, me and Six do everything that's educational, entertainment. We're non-belligerent, non-combatants, treated with the United States, peaceful private nations. And we're just providing you with some info about experiences we've gone through. Well,
you know what's interesting? Let me cut in real quick. What's interesting is when they give you a form and they don't even read the form. I told you about what happened when I went to the post office to get general delivery. And I literally went in and asked, I like to set up general delivery because the procedure is you got to stop in and talk to the people.
Yeah.
So for those of you who don't know, general delivery service is pretty much a service that existed back in the day. Back when there were farmlands and there were barns and things of that nature, houses didn't have direct addresses. The only way you could receive mail is it was delivered to the post office. So you would literally have to get on horseback and travel down to the post office to pick your mail up and then bring it back. Well, as things started to advance and, they wanted to get jurisdiction more so after 1933, they wanted to expand and basically bring those addresses to each household under the guise it's more convenience. But you know what happens with the convenience? Once you give up your freedom or what have you for convenience, it comes at a price. So as a result, people started to use, their address on stuff like that. And that right there is the federal jurisdiction. So when I went there to say, yeah, I'd like to get general delivery service, what basically happened was she said, first off, she didn't even know what it was. She was like, what do you mean? And I said, well, general delivery. And I explained it to her. So I would like to basically be able to come pick my mail up here. So she says, oh, so you want a P.O. box? I can get you a P.O. box for him. I said, no, ma'am, I'm not looking for a P.O. box. I'm looking for general delivery. So to tell her, not even to tell her, but the trustee right next to her, basically the desk worker or whatever, says, oh, no, general delivery is real. You have to go back and ask the manager. So because they never did it before. So she goes back. Manager comes out and hands me a form. What is it? 1527. You can look it up right online. Form 1527. So form 1527 basically states right on the bottom of the form. I'd never seen it before. She handed it to me. So I'm looking at it, reading it, and she says you can get general delivery, but you can only receive it for 30 days. So by the time she was done talking, it literally says at the bottom of the form, general delivery service, mail can only be held for 30 days. However, this does not apply to how long the customer can receive general delivery service, only how long specific pieces of mail can be held. So I said, well, ma'am, you said I can only have it for 30 days, but specifically it says on the bottom of this form, it doesn't limit my use for it, just how long you can hold the mail. And she says, well, that's not how we do things here. I said, really? So you're telling me that you're going against a federal form, even though you're supposed to be the one in charge of enforcing these forms. So, and this was all in a lobby. So now, like, when I was reading it all, people are looking at it like she was crazy. Like, how did you hand this man a form and you didn't even read it? So to save face, she tried to say, well, I just take orders from such and such. I said, okay, well, what do you need me to do? She says, just fill this form out right here and you can give me that form. So I said, all right, this is what I'm going to do. I fill the form out. I have her make a copy of it, right? I take the copy because I knew what they were going to do. They were going to either misplace it because she got embarrassed. You know how these people try to get back at you. So they were either going to misplace it or say, oh, yeah, it's up the chain or whatever like that. We don't have it right now because I got a copy. So what happens is she goes and takes the original. I take the copy. I leave. Come back the following week. I would like to pick up my general delivery mail. And she says, she goes to get the manager. Manager comes back like, did you fill out the change of address form? I said, ma'am, I gave you what you asked me for. You asked me to fill out the 1527. I gave you the 1527, and I have a copy of it right here. Do you have the 1527 form? So she's like, she says back to me, I don't have the form available right now. It's out with the mail carrier. And she says, let me go see if it's back in the back. So I'm like, all right, well, I brought this just in case. So she comes back and she says, I don't see the form. It must be out with the mail carrier. Well, I said, well, in case you lost it, this is the form right here. So she says, fill out another one. So why am I filling out another form if you didn't lose it? So I end up having to say to her, you know what? Are you the postmaster? Her whole attitude immediately changed at that point because I'm actually asking to speak to her supervisor. So she says to me, the supervisor's in the back, the postmaster's in the back. I can go get him. Just give me a few minutes. And then she tries to continue explaining how some other crap I wasn't even paying attention to at that point. So at the end of all that, I say, well, I'll fill out another one, but can you get the postmaster? She says, sure. I wait for about 5 minutes. Postmaster comes to the little door window. How can I help you? So I say, I'm just trying to get general delivery, but I need to speak to you in private. This is not the place to have this conversation. She says, sure. I go back in the back to his desk. Office doors closed. And he basically says, oh, well, what's the issue? I said, well, the issue is I submitted this form 1527. The form was apparently lost. And then she said she needed me to fill another one out. So the guy comes back, well, I have the form right here. So he found it. So the postmaster found the form that she said that was out for delivery or whatever, or however they said it was the case. So in long story short, he says, well, you can have general delivery, but it can only be for 10 days. So I said, well, that's interesting because it says at the bottom of this form the opposite. And it's not 10 days, it's 30. And he says, well, I just can't have everybody receiving general delivery mail here. You know, so I said, well, to be honest, what is your position in this corporation? He says, I'm the postmaster. I said, are you a trustee? He says, yes, I am the trustee. I'm the trustee and executor. I said, really? Well, that's interesting because I'm the beneficiary of this trust and you're the trustee. And me as the beneficiary, I am telling you, I need to receive general delivery service and I do not need a limit to how long I can receive it. I do not use this address that you have on file anymore. Exactly. So that's what happened. So he says, okay, I'll tell you what I can do. Let me look into what I can do for you. And I said, also, just so you know, I'm not a U.S. citizen. I'm a non-citizen national. He literally says, well, that changes everything. let me go talk to my supervisor, and I'll see what I can do to work it out, and then I'll be in touch. So a week goes by. I go in the following Saturday, and I like to pick my mail up, my general delivery mail. So the manager comes out immediately, and she says, the only 2 ways you can receive general delivery mail. This is the same manager that told me it was only a 30-day limit, right? The only 2 ways you can receive it is if you fill out a change of address form or you write your name in care of general delivery and then the post office city and then the zip code that it's in. So she got a lesson. She learned that because apparently she didn't know that. And, everybody's basically put on point. So, when you're putting things, you can even use general delivery for your driver's license as well. So good piece of information for you guys to use. You want to start pulling off the fictional address from all of your identification as soon as you can.
All right. So I got another one to share. So to answer Jose, if you were born here in any of the 50 states, you by your birth are a national of the United States, also known as a state citizen, also known as a non-citizen U.S. national. Thirst for Truth says, great info, A6. Yeah, the general delivery is a fire way to operate, okay? I also did a video on, I may not have uploaded it yet, but on getting a virtual mailbox. There's a company called US Global that you can forward your mail to them. They will send you a screenshot of your mail and let you know what you have. You can go down and pick it up if you want. But that prevents the people who like to knock on your door and harassing you from knowing where you are located, is what all we're going to say. So check this out. So I haven't made a video on this. So I'm giving you guys this before I ever make a video. So the next video, one of the videos I'm going to make is going to be on forms for surrendering your driver's license. Now, each state has a different form, but they will call it something different. So one of my viewers was like, Wolf, I want to do this. So I said, okay, well, you have to do, like, here in the Midwest, it's called a surrender driver's license privilege surrender form or something like that, right? So I think he was in New York. So this is educational for New York. So he goes to the DMV and he says, I want a license surrender form. The lady goes, I never heard of that. We don't have that. And you must be watching too much YouTube. That stuff ain't real. So he's like, okay. So he's like, so you have no way for me to remove all my information. She's like, I've been here 16 years. I've never seen anybody want to give up their driver's license. So
that's the first thing they say. I've been here such and such amount of time, and I never. Oh, guess what? You've been here long enough to see it one time at least. God damn it!
So she was like, nope, we don't have it. Another lady coming out of the back, she goes, wait a minute. She's like, I think I can help you. She's like, do you mean where you want to give up your privilege, right? She's like, and just pull everything out. He was like, yes. She goes, oh, hold on a second. Goes in the back, comes out with a form, conveniently called the license exception inquiry form. And it is the MV42T that supposedly does not exist. Now, if you guys go to do this, either there or in any of your other states, you're going to want to ask them, what is the proper form? You have to go in. You're almost not going to find this form online. The lady said, you have to walk in, and this is what they told him. You have to walk in, you ask for it, and they are most likely going to tell you that you cannot take the form from the location. You have to fill it out there because he wanted to get his notarized and all that stuff. And they were like, nope, it's got to stay right here. And she literally yanked it back. So he was like, okay, well, thank you. Have a good day. And he left. He goes down the block to the next DMV. He's like, now that he knows the name, he goes, do you have the license exception inquiry form? His brother. He was like, oh, yeah, we got that. He's like, can I get that form? He's like, yeah. He's like, can I get
the number again?
It's MV42T. Now, they specifically keep these forms off of the internet. So you're not going to be able to find these closeout surrender forms. You have to go into the physical location, ask them for the form to be able to surrender your license privilege. Okay. And the lady told him, yeah, she goes, just so you know, this is before the previous one. This is going to remove you from the system. This is going to close out your registration and you will not be able to drive. I said, that's fine. I will never drive again in my life. I don't want the privilege. Okay, so now back to the other place I was just talking about. So the brother was like, yeah, bro. He's like, yeah, here you go. Here's two of them. He's like, I can take these? He's like, yeah. He's like, cool. So he goes, now I wouldn't have done this part, but he goes back to the first stage, the DMV, and he goes, what was the name on that form again? She said, oh, it's the license exception inquiry form. You just have to fill this out, but you remember it's going to remove all your stuff. You sure that's what you want? He was like, yeah. And he goes to reach for it. He's like, but remember, she goes, you can't take this with you. He goes, well, I've got one. And she goes, oh, we must have gave you that yesterday when you were here. You weren't supposed to have that. He goes, no, I got it from the other DMV. It's cool. Have a nice day. I just want to make sure it's the same form.
Nice.
So I'm like, yeah. I was like, just so you know, this is how when we move, this is how they move. Mike Papa, yep, that's it. License exception inquiry form. Correct. And it is the MV 42T. Now, like I said, every state has one. They may not know over the phone. You have to go in. If you can't get it from them, you have to ask for the supervisor or manager and tell them you are a private person. You've moved. Your status has changed, and you are not allowed to be in that jurisdiction. So everything you have must be closed out. Okay. And then if you're doing this, and one thing I want to say, guys, is just because someone like me or Six or whoever presents the information, you do not have to do everything we say. I had some person say, man, I followed you for the last couple of years. I did every single thing. That's great. We do it. You don't have to. You find what works for you that you want to do, and then you move that way. Okay. They will always pretty much want you to come back in, but they don't really want to let you out. Okay. Because that makes them new money. All right.
I just found out something interesting that they were doing over the whole shutdown of the C-19. This actually, I found this out last week. So I think she's from Georgia. She told me what they were doing was when the C-19 happened and everything shut down, they actually came out with a new ID. Now, a lot of you are familiar with the Real ID Act, which basically a lot of states were fighting back against since like 2007. And then you got a lot of states starting to get on board with it. So what that basically does is it takes old ID, like old driver's license that has the old design, and it turns it into the new format with the upper right hand or sometimes upper left hand star in the corner. What these licenses basically allow you to do is travel on a plane and all those other things, to be able to board on a flight. You cannot board on a flight with a license that has the old school format. Here's what they were doing, all right? They were basically, if your license was expired within the time everything was shut down, they basically told you have to go get a state ID first. You have to apply for a state ID, and then you have to get the new driver's license. So you can't just upgrade your license. You got to pay for a state ID, and then you got to pay for the new license. Here's the thing. When you get a state ID, it closes out your driver's license account. So what they were effectively doing, they're closing out the old account, and that old account has basically been that particular, however they had it set up with a bond, where they're pulling money off the account and it accumulates a giant bond. They basically are claiming that, calling that in, and they're starting a whole nother account. That's the whole purpose of them having you close out your old account with that state ID. So it's very interesting. It's almost like they're cashing in on the previous setup and they're starting a whole new one. Probably has, again, it's got different stipulations too, because this thing allows you to travel on a plane. Sneaky.
Okay, just answering a couple of questions here. Feel free to get down, Six. I'm gonna answer a couple more questions here.
No doubt. But yeah, so when she told me that, I was like, man, that's crazy. So they're effectively, this whole entire like shutdown and all of those things that happened, I still believe to this day it was a thermometer measuring point, and it was also setting up new infrastructure. You have like different kiosks and machines that are now accepting Bitcoin from that whole entire thing. The key card, basically, not even the key card, but the what is it? The wireless touch cards. They're being implemented. They started to shut down making the old cards that you have to push in with the chip or swipe. That's pretty much going out the window. They're building the infrastructure towards the touchless system, which is going to utilize the chip that goes in the hand. So a lot of these things, you know what I mean, were being set up when the whole entire shutdown happened. The infrastructure is being put in place. So that was a very interesting piece of info I thought I would share with you guys. But it's all about, a lot of people say progression. A lot of people say it's, evolution or such. I honestly believe it's about a control thing.
All right, I want to answer a couple questions here. So it looks like Fact Check said he's Googled surrender license. If license expires, do I still need a surrender privilege? Yes. As far as they're concerned, you are driving with an expired license. It has to be closed out. They keep those accounts open because your name just sitting there provides them money. They can build a Cessna K trust through the state, okay, with your name on there. So your accounts are all money to them. That's why when you go to the bank, they are super happy for you to open up a new account because the bank makes way more money. I have not that I'm rich by any means, but I have three. And I talked about this a while back. The reason why I have three, I've got one that I have exposed with my debit card. Okay, so this is just my checking. The other one is a checking, and the other one's a savings. So this one gets exposed a little bit, and I don't keep not too much in there. So if somebody does get it, they ain't gonna get away with no more than $100, $200. Anything else, like the bills I might have on, like, say my house right now it's on automatic payment. I'll expose just this one to certain companies to have an automatic bill out. Savings, I don't expose that to nothing. Anything that goes in there, unless it's emergency, I don't transfer nothing out of that bad boy. And so when I come in there and I open up these accounts, they're like, hello, Mr. Lovett, what can we do for you today? All right. So I would recommend you guys do something along those lines, because even if you don't have that much, this will help you. And trust me, I've been pickpocketed at parades before. This is why I usually carry a wallet with a chain on it now, like one of them bikers. Yep, I do that. And then anything else, you won't be damaged. If you're out, you're only out $100. You know what I mean? So if you only have one bank account and everything's tied to that, no. Just like you shouldn't have one social security number. You should have an EIN, either foreign or domestic, or a CPN, a credit protection number, something. Because these people, and yes, unfortunately, it does help them to make a little bit more money, but it helps you to protect your stuff. So, but yeah, we've been, man, like, well, first of all, thank you for all the people who just message me in general and say, hey, thank you. You're not asking for nothing. Thank you. Other people, I know a lot of people try to message me every day for stuff. I can't answer all that. I do almost 200 emails by myself every day for free to try to give back. But even that, I'm not going to be able to sustain all the time. So if you're in the first whatever, I'll answer one or two questions. Then we might have to do a consultation. Me and A6 both do consultations. So if I'm too busy, hit him up. Okay, this man has fire information. We work together. Well, we're doing now, for those people who don't want to do the whole hour, we have things available for people who want to do half hour. It's a little bit cheaper, and you can get in and get a couple answers, questions asked and answered in that time frame. So, but we have been very successful. Like I said, we do know that they monitor our channels. So, Finest Slang is in the house. Watch your mouth. So we try to make sure that we don't, jeopardize the operation and you guys. So we have to. I had somebody, I won't mention their names. They're like, one of these gurus. Oh, the wolf's got a little bit of knowledge, but he doesn't have all of it. Well, yeah, neither do you. First of all, player. Secondly, for people out there, like, the wolf holds things back. Yeah, because if I tell you guys to go and
mandatory.
Yeah, if you're smart, you would know you have to hold things back. I don't do it purposefully to, like, oh, I just want to hide it from you guys.
Yes,
I'm trying not to get me in trouble or you guys in trouble.
There's been some things I talk to Wolf about this all the time. There's been some things I've learned that we talk about in the private that I would never talk to anybody about, because there's just too many ways it can go awry. So yes, there is, my man. Again, he's not going to tell you everything, and anybody who studies this information knows that some things can be used for nefarious purposes. So
we have a responsibility, and don't misunderstand. We're not keeping the things from anything from you that you can normally do, like your UCCs, your right to travel, none of that stuff. This is just things that, like, for instance, you can learn about right to travel, and then there's some things that, if you say it, they are really controversial about your full rights. They are your rights, but you have to look that up. I'm not going to share it. I've already had these people shut down my YouTube, my Facebook, my emails, all that stuff. Real life. Sat outside my house, tapped my phones. So you have a responsibility to be careful with the information that you share. But everything that we do share, yeah, you can do. There's nothing wrong with it. We're just trying to make sure that the people out there don't overly utilize their rights in such a way that's going to bring negative attention to us, you guys, and this, whatever we have going on here. So, Finest Thing, I'm about to add you, but it looks like your screen is either down or blurry. So when I see you, all right, I'm ready to bring you in. You ready?
My boys, what y'all on?
What's going on, thing?
What it is, not much. I had to charge up the laptop real quick, but I'm good to go now.
Okay. Well, hey, introduce yourself, introduce your channel, tell people a little about yourself, promote your stuff, man. This is how we do. We're all wolves. When I eat, y'all eat. When y'all eat, I eat. So let's do it.
Hey, you already know, man. I'm fine to stand walking or whatever the case is. You know, the name might be a little controversial, whatever, but it's just been my YouTube name the whole time. I ain't changed it because that's what people know me by now. So you know, it's
Right,
just what it
right.
is. But yeah, I've been doing this stuff. Don't let the name fool you. You know, I've been doing this stuff with A6 and Bad Wolf for a long time and stuff. So we veterans in the game at this point. We the OGs. They gonna look at us like we the OGs. You know. So
Yeah, man.
for sure, for
Absolutely.
sure. We all do the same thing.
Yep. So I had a
Yeah.
guy just ask a question. I might be late, but he says, "What about your vehicles after you surrender your license?" And somebody else asked about driving. Well, the thing about it is, the driving, when they tell you, when a police officer yells at you and tells you driving is a privilege, having a driver's
It
license
is.
is a privilege.
Yeah, it is. But traveling's a right.
Exactly. The right to travel is completely different from driving. So before you even take the step of surrendering anything, you need to get abreast to the knowledge and the diction of what you're saying. Because if you say the wrong thing, a lot of times when the police officers and judges listening to you, they waiting for you to say that one thing, and then once you do it, they got jurisdiction. That's it. So, like, for instance, she said, "Well," the guy says, "Well, what about your vehicles?" Well, the vehicles is a commercial term. Automobiles is in the private. So there's public and private. You know what I mean? All these things have different meanings depending on what you say. It's a game of words. This all comes down to legalese. So it's like, yo, all right, you don't have a automobile, you have a vehicle, sir. You're like, oh, why are you towing my vehicle? That's why. The reason why I'm towing your vehicle is because of what you just said out of your mouth. You called it a vehicle, which is commerce, and they have the right to regulate commerce. That's how it works, basically. So when they say things like this, you just got to be very careful with what you say, because that police officer will try you. They are going to try you. You get out there with your private plates, you just got your passport, and they know how many times you've been pulled over. They got all this stuff in their computer. They can see all this. You know what I mean? Is this guy one of those guys that always says stuff like, do you promise to uphold your oath to the Constitution of the United States of America before they ask you a question? They know all this stuff. So, I mean, you got to be very accurate about what you're saying when you're going out here to use this information.
Oh yeah, they looking to beat you on any type of technicality, and I know that for a fact. But I didn't beat them on 9 cases last year, and they salty, they salty, baby. So yeah, definitely, man. If you think you didn't learn the terms enough and you ready to throw them plates on there, we need more soldiers out there on the streets, because we need to start, getting more case law out there. We need to start changing this stuff, and that's only going to happen by people getting out there and actually doing it. And it can be scary at first, especially when they call in all them different cops. Like, you calling all these people just for a guy who's traveling out here, just expressing his rights. You feel me? And they might get a little deep on you, and then you got to show up to them court dates or whatever. But that's what it takes, though, because freedom ain't free. You feel me? You got to fight for freedom, and people don't understand that. So we definitely need more soldiers out here doing this. You feel me? Because we all in different states. It's a few different nuances depending on if you're in this state or you're in this state. And, so a lot of people come to me and say, hey, bro, this and this and this is going on. But, Illinois might be different than wherever you from, just like how y'all was just saying the New York or whatever driver's license surrender thing is called something totally different than in Illinois. In Illinois, it's called the driver's license invalidation form or something like that.
There you go.
Yeah, so it's just differences, and the only way we ever gonna be able to put all this together is all different people from different states getting in action. You feel me?
Well, and this is one of the reasons why I want to bring people together. So thank you for that, Finest Thing, because I can't do all the work, you can't do all the work, Six can't do all the work. We're taking the brunt of this for you guys, the viewers, and we don't mind that, but we can't be in every state. So when we share with you guys our Telegram groups, like we're on Bad Wolf Unincorporated, and then they can share theirs too, and other things that they want to share in a second. We're looking for information from you guys to be able to then share it on these platforms. And as my channel grows, as their channel grows, all we're going to do is be able to say, hey, if you're in Illinois, this is what the surrender is called. We're taking the work out of it for a lot of you guys.
Yep.
Like I said, in New York, dude put me on game with this is what the form is called. I looked online for the MV42T. I couldn't find it anywhere.
Yeah.
He sent me a picture of it. He's like, I'm going to email you a clear copy of it tomorrow. So I'm like, fire. You know what I mean? And a lot of the information I have, and Six and Finest Thing and whoever else, we get it from people who've got boots on the ground, and they're like, hey, Wolf, hey, whoever, this is how you move. Like I didn't know about California not authenticating. So I got on the line with one of the clients. I was like, hey, what are you guys doing out there? Blah, blah, blah. We handled that situation, had them shaking in their boots by the time I was done on the phone with the assistant. I was like, nah, you're committing fraud right now. Are you sure this is what that process does? I'm going to give you a moment to retract your statement. Hold on. Let me talk to my boss real quick. So we're not against the GOV by any means. It's all education and entertainment. All we're trying to do is push the Hydra back in the box a little bit. Make sure you guys who want to take full advantage of your God-given born rights and freedoms can do it. But to the people out there who want to stay in the box or in the gilded cage, you guys can have it. I'm just not built that way. And anybody else want to run with the rest of us? Come on, let's go get this.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Yeah,
And
especially
I see some people talking in the chat. You guys can share your experiences, what states you're in. I seen somebody was like, hey, email me. That's cool. This is what this time is for. You know what I mean? Talk. If somebody can help you out with a situation, by all means, do what you guys got to do, because we need enough of y'all out there starting fires. And I don't mean like literal fires, proverbial, where you guys know this information and you guys are moving in your area this way, and you're going to take some bumps. You're going to take some bruises. You might get your feelings hurt. You got to self-govern, and you got to go through it, because just like with the civil rights movement or anything else, somebody has to do it. And what was the old expression? The universe rarely calls upon us when we're ready, but when we're needed. So we're needed, and we're built for it. I didn't think I was built for this. All the stuff I didn't been through, court, judges, lawyers, this, that, and the other. But it is what it is. So, okay, go ahead, Finest Thing. Look like you were gonna say something.
I was just saying, we need more people in Washington for sure, because you know about the Washington laws, like concerning commercial driver's license and non-commercial travelers and stuff like that.
Remember, that's a whole different jurisdiction, so I don't know how they move over there.
Washington State has it in their law, that, all right, if you're not, traveling for commercial purposes, then you're not driving. You haven't seen like the RCW and all that stuff?
I've seen it.
Man, I should bring that stuff up on the screen real quick. Have you heard of that, A6? The Washington laws has it in their laws, like the separation of a commercial driver and what's not in a recreational vehicle and all that stuff. So like if you search up RCW 46.25.050, it'll bring up those codes and regulations for you, but it's only for Washington State. So that's why I want to find more people from Washington State that's actually out there, because I believe a lot of people from Washington State don't even know this is in their law.
Right.
Or if you search up like WAC 308/100/210, these are in people's law in Washington, and they don't know this. So they could easily be any court case that they get brought to court on if they out there traveling with, traveler's plates or whatever the case is, we definitely, hey, I'm going to send you the info, Bad Wolf, so you can get that up in like a video this week or something, because we need people from Washington really out here. They could really start a force out here. They can really start a force out here. So
rep the state, rep the state, learn the law, put the law out there. Everybody needs to join Wolf's group. I got a Telegram group. We all communicate, you know what I mean? And put that out there. Look, I'm from such and such. This is the law out here. If anybody's trying to rescind their driver's license, that's why it's interesting. Don't just be a man that follows templates. Be a trailblazer. You know what I mean? Go out there and do it. Go out there and do it. Execute and talk to people, because there's other people that might later on, like Wolf said, they might want to get free too. You know what I mean? When they start to learn what's going on.
Hey, definitely Six and Finest Thing. Hey, promote your Telegram groups, promote your channel, all that stuff real quick, so they know where to find you, man. You know what I mean?
My YouTube, Finest Thing Walking. Instagram, same thing, Finest Thing Walking, no spaces. And also, by the way, I want to say Wellcorp said he in Washington, so we need to get a hold of Wellcorp, and we need to get this info to him so he can implement it.
All right. Hey, Wellcorp, hit up Finest Thing. He can, if you go to his channel or go to his Instagram or whatever else. If not, he'll send it over to me as well. Yeah. And then Six, go ahead and plug yours.
All right. So it's not discoverable by search. It's discoverable by search because it's a private chat. But that is the link. You can probably copy that and put that in the search bar, and it'll bring you right to it. And then you can join in and join the combo. That's mine. And what we can go ahead and do is we can link you guys into Wolf's as well, so we can all be intertwined, man. It's all a family. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because we all chat. So
yes, sir, all the time. Yeah. Yes, sir. But yeah, I'm in Maryland. Somebody asked where I'm at. I'm in the Maryland Republic.
So what was I gonna say? I forgot what I was gonna say.
Well, shit, I can bring something up real quick. Let's talk about what's
I got one thing real quick.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Hold that. Okay, so here's a breadcrumb for people out there in every state. It may or may not be the same. It depends on how they move. But this is how we do things. You gotta find these weak points in the armor, we'll say. So you Google legislation in whatever state, bless you, whatever state you live in. So let's say Michigan legislation, statutes. It'll bring you up to their main corporate website with all the statutes and rules. They always have to have a definition section on their page for their codes. Okay. When you go there, look up and see if they have a definition of the word drive. Now, here's why this is important. This is paramount. I'm not going to mention which state, but we'll just say this particular state, I know for a fact, does not have a definition of the word drive. They have driver's license, driver's whatever, but they have to, by law, have a definition of the word drive. If you cannot find the word drive defined on their state website, educational information only, that means everything associated that you got in a ticket for is suddenly null and void, because they have to define what the term drive means, like in the Black Laws Dictionary. Because if you don't have a definition of what that is hearsay. It's subject. We know it means commercial, but if they don't have it, now if they do have it, it'll probably say blah 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 blah. It's somewhere in there. It has to say for commercial purposes, blah blah blah, which then you can use it against them. They can't say that they own all of the ability to use the roads. They can only say if you're driving. So if you can't find it, that's a breadcrumb. And if they do have it, then you can, and they define it, then you can use it against them, because they cannot say that they own the roads. The taxpayers paid for the roads, first of all, and they're open to public, which means anybody around the world can use them, private plate or not.
Yep.
So that's all I will give you for now.
Did you see the video on Instagram with the guy who was this dude was literally traveling on horseback, and a police officer pulled him over. He was like, "Why are you pulling me over, man?" And he was like, "I need to see your license." You gotta be kidding me, yo. You want to see a license and I'm on horseback? Why would I need a license? I'm on horseback. So then I guess his superior officer came and said, "You're good, man. Don't worry about it." Like, yo, really? But this is how confused these police officers are, man. They haven't been educated properly on a lot of things. But shoot, hey Wolf, have you and finest thing too? Y'all heard what Kanye West recently did about his hoodie he wore that said "White Lives Matter"?
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah, I just seen that.
You know what's interesting about that? If you look at SF 184 form, 181, I think it is, as a matter of fact. Yeah. SF 181 form, the word white in legalese does not mean what the general public thinks it means. And I swear this dude is dropping breadcrumbs left and right, but people they take it at face value and they just get pissed off. But like, yo, you can't, when people are in an emotional state like that, you can't even really break it down for them, because they just emotional. They don't want to accept anything other than what they see it for. So when he wore that hoodie, I was like, yo, this motherfucker, he's spitting, yo. He's spitting. Yo, can you pull up SF 181? Are you able to do that?
Let's see. Okay, hold on. Let me Okay, looks like, yeah, hold on one sec. All right, and let me get back over there. All right, and share screen, Microsoft tab, PDF. All right, how are we looking?
That's it right there. Yeah.
All right.
That might be easier for him to see right there.
All right.
Can you zoom in? Is it possible you can zoom in a little bit?
Yeah, hold on. I ain't the quickest now.
There you go. There you go. That's it. And then a little bit more.
No, once I full screen, I was decent.
Oh yeah. Okay. Let me try full screen this thing.
Okay, there you go. How's that, 6?
I'm full screening now.
Okay.
If it'll let me, damn thing ain't let me full screen. All right, but yeah, I can actually see it since you widen it up. Yep. It says it right there, all the way at the last one.
A person having origins in any of the original peoples of Europe, Middle East, or North Africa. And I've been hearing they've been converting a lot of people of color to white because of this last part here, the North Africa.
Yep.
So when they say that, oh, we have 90 million, whites, but they look either Middle Eastern or North Africa, it's because when you accept the title of white, which is a color and not a nation, they can bring you in under this little box to be checked right here.
Yep.
And yeah, so we go up to black. Black is a color. That's not a nation.
Yeah.
Okay. And African American, there's no place where Africa meets America.
Exactly.
So that's non-existent as well. But
we're the only hyphenated nation in the world. There's no other hyphenated nation. This/that.
Right. A person having origins in any of the black, once again, not a thing. There's no black race, nation groups of Africa. Okay. You go there and they ask them about this sentence right here. They'll say that it doesn't even sound right. We don't even know what you got going on here with that.
I know a guy that went to the he actually went to the DMV to change his driver's license. This was back in like 2014 before the movement really gained traction like that. So he actually went to the MVA to change his driver's license from black to white. Now that he had the knowledge, they wouldn't let him change it. The lady was like, "Yeah, you don't look very white to me." She wouldn't let him change it. So I'm like, "Yo, if you knew then what you know now, do you know how big of a racial discrimination case you had on your hands? And you could go in court and prove it off of the paperwork from the government. You could have made money off of that." Crazy.
They know what they're doing. They're higher ups. They got people who go, "Hey, we were watching A6 last night. We need to change the definition." They did that with the My E-Verify. After I made the video, it's mysterious. I'm sure it's a coincidence. Let me just say that I'm sure it's a coincidence. Happened to be, but they changed the wording in that. So they watch. Yeah, of course they watch. Hey guys, but that's just what it is. Yep. All right.
All facts. But yeah, man, that whole thing, breadcrumbs are getting dropped. Literally. I was looking at my Black's Law dictionary. I didn't realize it wasn't even in the old dictionaries. I thought they removed it out of the new ones because I looked in volume 6 and it wasn't in there. I was like, I could have sworn.
The third edition is like the best edition, bro, low key.
That's what they said. They said the first and the second and the third. Yeah, I went in. This bad boy was $400. But yeah, like I tell people, man, you got to invest in yourself. If you're really going to be out here with this information, moving and grooving, you have to be able to invest in yourself. Now, the 6th edition I think they're on like edition 8 or 9 now. Might even be on 10, right, Wolf?
The one I have now, this one is this is the 11.
Okay, yeah, on 11 now, yeah. But when I got the 6, that's where they were at. But I'm like, yo, you got to really spend the money. But yo, if the later ones you get, they become cheaper and cheaper. Like my 6th edition was only like $35. It was cheap. But they took driver out. They took a lot of stuff out of it.
the 11th one, there's two versions. There's the regular, and then there's the deluxe, which is what I have, which has the extra commentary. That one was $95 on Amazon.
Nice.
And that was like, months back. I don't know what it is now, but so yeah, they're going to change the words, because when we get too savvy with the words and the codes, as we move, they move. So they're like, hey, you guys need to retype that for us. We're getting hammered down here.
Yeah, the biggest kicker was when they removed driver out of what was it, the 5th edition or something? Like they started to get their asses whipped with this because people were taking
but the 6th edition went back to it though, didn't it? Have you seen the 6th edition definition?
I got the 6th. It's not in there. Yeah, driver's not in the 6th.
What they do at least in this one, they've got like commercial driver, operating under the influence driver. Yeah, they've been tip tapping around it.
Yeah, but they pulled driver out completely. As a matter of fact, yeah, I think they did. I think they either redefined it or pulled it out. I can't remember exactly. One of the two, but I know it didn't say employed and coach carriage. They changed.
Yeah, it was all the way different, but the 6th one still kind of came back to it. Damn, I need to try and find it real quick, because now you're gonna hurt my head.
Yeah, man, it's out there, dude. Like I went and got the hard copy because I'm like, yo, I would rather have something in my hand because it's too easy. They pulled so many cases offline, dude.
Oh my God,
that was crazy.
They scrubbed so much stuff.
It's crazy. What about the case that basically said that the only people that have to obey statutes, codes, and regulations are
in the UCC before they changed it? The UCC used to say, this is how I got out of all my stuff, bro. Lock, stock, and barrel. The UCC used to say, I forgot the code, but it said, no inanimate object or entity can control or operate or control a living being, nor can a living being be indebted to a non-living entity.
Yeah.
That kills it. That means your debt can get wiped. Yep. That means they can't hold you for nothing.
Right.
Wow.
What's it called? MA just dropped the 6th definition because I was finna read it off, but MA just dropped it. It say Black 6, a person actually doing driving, whether employed by an owner or driving his own vehicle. So it's like they're acting like they already understand the definition of driving without actually telling you the definition of driving. They're saying, all right, you might be employed by somebody else to do this, or you might be doing it for yourself.
Yep.
Yeah, interesting thing is, it definitely meant something because they wouldn't even have bothered changing it, if they weren't getting their asses handed. I mean, keep in mind, the right to travel case has been taken to Supreme Court at least 10 times. I mean, it's like literally 10 times, 10 rulings where, yes, you have the right to travel. Yes, you don't have to necessarily be driving to be in a car moving. Like it's not that.
And we need more of that. That's what I'm saying. We need more soldiers on the streets because they always, once something gets a little too old, they try to play it off like it don't matter no more. Now in the social media age, we get a Supreme case up there now that's talking about right to travel.
That's it.
Hey, we taking over TikTok, YouTube, everything. You feel me?
Just like
everybody gonna be out here. Hey, we don't need no license, So hey, I'm ready for that.
Hey man, hey. What about the New York Rifle and Pistol Association versus Bruin with the permit thing? Now that was all over the place. That was huge. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even recall what you're talking about. To be honest, you're gonna have to fill me in.
Yeah. So just to put it out there, it's the first time in a very long time a Second Amendment case had been taken to Supreme Court. This was about, I think, 4 months ago now, Wolf?
Yeah.
Where they basically declared that you cannot have a situation where you're not giving people concealed carry permits in order to carry a firearm. You have
Was that New York thing?
Yeah, that's New York versus that's Bruin versus New York Rifle and Pistol Association.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I do remember that thing because then a whole bunch of people in California were celebrating. I'm always out there and stuff.
Yep.
They was all celebrating like, hey, this is a Supreme Court ruling, so that works for us too. Y'all been trying to tell us we can't get concealed carry, Yep.
And New York tried to be slick after that and tell people, all right, you can have one, but we need to see your social media. Then they said, all right, you can have one, but you can't carry in all these places. That's basically 90% of New York. Like they try to be slick with it, but
That's crazy.
Hilarious.
Unconstitutional. And then another thing, I need people in Southern Cali. I need people in Arizona, New Mexico, Nevada, even Texas, even Southern Texas, bro. Any of y'all call yourself nationals, I need y'all to try out the real diplomatic immunity way, bro. Change your name, get an official name change in the United States, bro. Cross the border into Mexico. Lose your passport. Do not go to the embassy. Go to a municipality and say you need a passport to get on a flight and get back to the United States immediately. When they give you your form to fill out for your new passport, put all zeros for the social, you feel me? We need more people out here to really go and act on this. And it's going to be easier for anybody that's in Southern Cali, Arizona, Nevada, New Mexico, and Texas, because y'all can cross right over the border, you feel me? And then it's just easier for y'all. So we need more soldiers out here. Y'all say y'all really want to be about this then, you feel me? Because we, like Wolf said, we can't be the only ones putting in all the footwork, you feel me? We only 3 people. When we got an army behind us, we could do anything. So we need everybody involved. Like, real talk. This is, hey, we only got one life to live. Make it count for something. Real shit.
Yeah. Every
Second
little
Amendment
bit
is my permit. Hey, I feel you, man. 100%. Unfortunately,
see, look,
a
we got
lot of
somebody,
police officers.
True and Divine talking about that's not going to work though. Who do you know has tried it? Because I heard this from people who have already done it. Well, you think I just made this up in my head? No, I heard it from people that's already done it. So that's why I'm trying to tell more people to go do this, so we could get people actually hopping on YouTube talking about it, you know, to prove it, you know, to get that actual videographic proof. Because the real OGs that have been doing this for a minute and finding out all these exploits, most of them not even on YouTube. You feel me?
Yeah, that's true.
And most of them they not out here putting out the info like that, you know. So we need more people that's actually gonna try it. We got that person in here. What was the name that just said it ain't gonna work? True and Divine. We got people like that, but that's the same type of person that'll never go try it. You feel me? And that's why we never gonna know if it's gonna work or not, because everybody gonna say, "Oh, well, that's not gonna work." Just like I guarantee when we was first talking about the right to travel and putting traveler plates on our stuff, how many people were saying, "Oh, that's not gonna work"? But I beat 9 cases on them last year.
Right. Facts.
Getting busy. My man, ASMR topic. I'm in Texas right now, bro. Get with me. He said, True Divine says, you trying to finesse it? Yeah, that's basically what he's saying. I guess in so many words. Let me see. Who else here in the Republic of Maryland? I want to connect and try some of these things and learn more. Hit me up.
That's why we're telling you
True
guys.
Divine on here talking like they know something. They just said you have to update the status of the social, then get the passport. See that right there, that's not even nowhere near the level of the stuff I'm talking about, bro. I'm talking about getting a passport that's not connected to a social security card. And the only great way to do that is to go out the country, bro, and to lose your passport. So they got to give you an emergency one that same day.
There's my email there.
I got people emailing me, texting me. What's up to all my people? Chris, you know who you are. Appreciate you out there. I know you're holding it down, brother. Yeah, the whole thing is a lot of this stuff always, we're not going to tell you guys to do anything that's going to get you in any trouble. That's not what we're trying to get down. But we do need to push the envelope on certain things, and we can't do it all. And we're providing this information on stuff we've done or that other people are doing, and we just need more people to do it. But like I said, if it's not your calling, hey, we ain't telling everybody to run over the border and do something. We're just trying to say if you're in the position, you know,
you lose your passport or something like
that. Oh yeah, definitely. This is entertainment and information. This is my advice. I'm not giving you any advice, bro. But I'm saying if you saying you really down with this, let us know something. We trying to see something for real though. So show us something. And True and Divine talking about you can change the status of the number. You don't have to finesse it. That SS5 form, fam, we've been talking about that for like 4 years now, bro. Like, you know how many of us have already done that? We still getting pulled over though. We still going to court though. I'm talking about something that's much deeper than that. I'm talking about having a passport that has your name change on it, because that's all that other country gonna know about you. When you go to Mexico or whatever the case is and you lost your passport for some reason, and all you have to provide them for your identification is this official name change document, that you got from the United States, they got to put your name change on that passport. And if you can get them to take the passport, because they can't prove you have a social security number, how, especially in another country, how they gonna prove you had that when everybody in the United States don't even got a social security number? You feel me? So therefore, if you can get them to make you a passport with your name change on it that's not connected to a social security number, you are free from the system, bro, because that's an official passport. And if you get pulled over and they try to search that up, it's going back to nothing. You're out of their system. That's why I'm trying to make a real change. I want to see something. So if you feel like you down for the cause, be down for the cause. You feel me? Let us see something. Let us know something. You feel me? If you that close to it and you got the balls, hey, make a change in history, become legendary. Real talk.
Yeah, we know that even on their own paperwork that they're not supposed to ask for the social on the passport in the first place. They're not supposed to. What they do is the first page is actually what do you call it? The vouch, the person who's vouching for the living person. The first page is actually for the non-living entity in the United States. And they are the sponsor. So it's a sponsor page. They want a sponsor. They want a non-living U.S. entity to sponsor. The other page is for the living person. If you really pay attention to it, the first part of it really says this should be filled out by a parent or a guardian or, legal this or that. The second page is really all about you, the living person. So if you go through their stuff, it says that they have the right to ask, but then it also says deeper in the paperwork that you don't have to provide it. Now, if you don't provide it, they're either going to give it to you or they're going to say, we need that. Now, I've heard from other people, I've not done this part, but I've been told that if you deny them the second time around and say, I personally, by law, have never been issued a Social Security because you haven't. Our parents were issued one and you took it up as something to utilize, but you weren't issued one.
And it's not yours. It's the ens legis.
And the ens legis on the card says right on there, this is their property.
Hey,
so it ain't mine.
Not yours, right?
Hey, can we go ahead and add True and Divine and Louise Rich into the live stream right here, because we got two sage gurus in here that ain't got it all figured out. So we need them in here so they can go ahead and show us, the rest of us, how it's supposed to be done. Louise Rich said he didn't have to go to Mexico. He has a universal ID. He filed an injunction. So Louise Rich, where are you, bro? We need you, bro. Hop on here and show us that universal ID. Show us how to get one. Why you one of those people that criticize but don't show us how to do it the right way. That's one of the worst people, you feel me? Show us what's up for real, you feel me? True and Divine, you say you got the appropriate steps. Show us what's up. You gonna just point your finger but not show us how to do it the right way? What's up? Don't be a keyboard warrior. Hop on here and change lives, bro. For real.
Right, here. I'm gonna open it up at this time. We've been on here for an hour, so that's cool. We're going to open it up for if True and Divine wants to get on. And who's the other one? Louise
Rich. Y'all hop in here, show us how to really do it. Don't just talk, show us how to really do it.
I'm going to post the invite link. So if you're not them, don't be offended. We might not pull you on, but if we do decide to bring you on, then you're on at our leisure. But otherwise, let's see here. Paste. Otherwise, you have an open invite. Finest Thing wants to chop it up with y'all. All right, so I just posted the invite link, so you can use that to get in, and we'll go from there. All right, True and Divine says, "Give me a minute."
Bad. That's what I'm talking about. This is what we need. More people coming together, bro.
Fact check it on TV said, "Y'all show and tell, y'all gangster." And she go. True and Divine says, "I'll jump on." Okay. Hey, like I said, this ain't. We're not trying to be controversial. We're just trying to say, hey, help the movement. Let's see what it do. Share some knowledge, vet your information, and let's see what it do. Because we're all trying to get to the same place, and we can go way farther together than separately.
Hey, period.
Because I actually haven't filed an injunction, so hey, show the wolf some stuff. I'll make a video on it.
You feel me? I want a universal ID. I need that universal ID. What you talking about?
Conjunction is
Yeah,
power.
hey, you don't want to. Obviously you ain't been making videos about it because we ain't seen nothing about no universal ID. But teach us, and we'll make the videos about it. You feel me?
Oh yeah.
Is he talking about the world passport? Is that what he's talking about?
I can tell you how to do it. All right, Louise Rich, hop in here and tell us how to do it, man. You're Mr. Universal, man. I'm trying to be like you, bro.
Yeah. I heard about the world passport. I think it's actually fire. I'm gonna grab one eventually when I get around to it.
Okay, hold on. Let me answer one of the questions. Said, Wolf, what happens after the second time? Now, I got this. I don't want to give away who I know, but I was told with good authority that if you stand up to them on the second time, that they still will issue it, but they're gonna try to shake your cage because they don't want you to have it, because that's what ties you into the system. So our workaround, because we haven't found somebody who knows the straight path other than like what Finest Thing is saying, another way to do it is to correct the SS5 and get your declaration in there signed and notarized that you are a national by checking off number 5 and then checking off other on number 5 on the SS5 form. And then that changes the status right there, which they don't like. I've already had some people tell me their experiences and how they get dealt with, but that's everything else. They don't like us doing right to travel. They don't like us doing the closeout of our license at the DMV. You know, they don't like none of that. But we've already seen the videos where people have been pulled over and cops were like, "How are you not in the system? I can't even give you a ticket." One of my guys in New York was like, the cops were like, "I need this, this, and this," and he gave him his card, and he went back and he says, "Well, I'm gonna let you go with a warning today. I'm unable to give you a ticket, so just slow it down." You know, and by all means, I'm gonna say this now: don't be those people who abuse the knowledge, because all you're doing is making it worse for me, Finest Thing, and A6, and all the rest of you. So don't abuse it. Self-govern, because if you're claiming that you are a national, you are claiming that I am so competent, I can handle myself. I can look at the power and say, I'm cool. I know I can do those things. Don't go out there trying to prove something like that. Don't endanger other people's lives, family members' lives by doing crazy stuff. Oh, we got True Divine.
They're gonna start labeling us terrorists and stuff. We
ain't that. We ain't yes, bird.
Nope.
All right, here we go. So adding True and Divine. You got a camera? If not, it's cool. Give me a check when you get on.
Y'all can hear me?
Yeah.
I was good with y'all.
You got to go ahead.
How y'all doing?
Chilling.
Okay,
yeah. How
so
you?
What I was saying is, you don't want to finesse the passport, because you really can't rely on that, because you do got a social. So how you gonna try to finesse it like that? That don't make sense to me.
Okay, just because it don't make sense to you, don't mean anything. You one person in the world, bro.
And
but look, you can't rely on that.
And just for the record, before we get going,
Have you tried it?
Please keep the swearing down to a minimum.
No. We're trying to get
just in case.
I wouldn't.
We're trying to get monetized.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't try that. Through my studies, I came across the WA-BEN form. Y'all familiar with that?
WA-BEN?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have any of y'all got that form back from the IRS stamped?
WA-BEN? No.
Yeah.
No, I'll be honest. I have not.
I haven't used it.
They have it, but I've never gotten it back stamped.
Okay. Once you get it back stamped, that's a record that you foreign.
How did you go about that process? Break it down for us. Like I said, this is we're in inquiry mode, please, brother.
All right. Well, you
just show us the form, bro, because I don't really do too much talking, bro. Like, just show us the form, bro.
I mean, what you mean show you the form? Get my form out and show it to you?
The form you just talked about, yeah.
Just Google that. Just Google that. WA-BEN. It's an IRS form.
W8. Oh, you talking about the W8-BEN?
Yeah.
That's a tax form, bro.
Oh, have you read it?
Bro, what does the tax form say? We talking about a diplomatic passport, bro.
All right, well, listen. It's all connected. The IRS connects to the Social Security. If you stuck on the SS5, you go through the IRS. They can change your status just like the Social Security Administration can change your status.
We been did that.
See, but look,
how did you get it stamped though?
But look, if you
I want to hear how you got the stamp.
See, that's a good question, because that's an actual record from the actual Department of the Treasury when they stamp it, but you got to send it to the appropriate place. The
What we
appropriate
got
place
send
is
it
the
to?
CAF department.
Is where?
The CAF department.
What is it? The CAF? CAF?
Yes.
So you sent your W-8B in off to the Treasury
Now he's smiling, but yeah.
to the CAF. Oh,
See, look, I'm
I
trying to drop
can't.
it, but I ain't got to do this shit.
All right, so we send
I'm
that
listening,
to,
yo. I'm trying to
we
hear what
send
you're
that to the
saying.
CAF department. Then what? Then that's how we get the stamp.
Once you get it stamped back, you got to read the form first.
All right, so we send the W-8 bin to the CAF department, and then they gonna send it back to us stamped.
Yeah.
So is there anything in specific we need to put on the W-8 bin?
Yes, it is. You got to fill it out correctly.
All right, so how do we do that?
If you don't fill it out, well, you got to read it. That's what I'm saying. The first step, you got to read the form.
I've seen the W-8 bin plenty of, you know how many people been using that? The Moors was like the first one going hard about the W-8 bin, bro.
They never got the record though. They never got it stamped. They never got it stamped and sealed.
So the part they was missing was sending it to the CAF department.
Yeah.
And how you find this out?
Because look, it's tricky. It's tricky because on the form itself, it says do not send to the IRS.
Right.
Right.
So they already just trying to throw people off because that's the form right there. That's the first step. Once you get to because ultimately about getting non-resident alien status. Y'all familiar with that?
He's talking about the centralized authorization. Is that what you're talking about? Centralized authorization file. That's what he's talking about. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, if any of y'all got that form up, y'all see what it asks. It says, do not fill this form out if you're a U.S. person. Now, what's a U.S. person?
Legal fiction.
Exactly. Right. So they saying, do not fill this out if you're that. So if you don't know that you're not that, don't fill this out and pay your taxes. Be a taxpayer.
Right.
But if you can explain to them and what goes along with the W-8 bin is an affidavit. Basically stating that you know what's going on. You got to be creative. You got to express that, listen, I know who I am. I know in accordance to the tax code, I'm not a taxpayer. I'm not a U.S. person. I wasn't born. I don't live in the United States, which is the District of Columbia.
Right. Okay.
You feel me? You basically correcting it. You correcting the status yourself. They just assuming and presuming that you are a citizen of the United States, District of Columbia. They just assuming that. You filing your taxes every year, they're just assuming it. You give them more records to reflect it. Every year you file your taxes and all that.
Yeah. Do you have you got a YouTube channel where you dropping this, or you just doing it in private?
Nah. I'm just doing it in private because I still see a few more steps down the road. Because now once you get that form back, then you can file the different tax form. And I'm sure y'all gonna realize what it is, what the appropriate tax form you're supposed to file. Don't worry about the 1099s. That's all bullshit. That's a distraction. You got to figure out what is the actual return form you need to file.
So what I've seen, some people using is the some people use the 1040 NR.
Okay, bingo. Now you seeing it. Now once you get your W-8 bin, you start filing your 1040 NR. And now guess what? When you file that, guess what the Social Security number reflects? They got all your income. All your income is connected to your Social Security number. That's what the IRS. They give all that information to Social Security Administration, right? So once you file your 1040, I haven't filed my 1040 NR. I just got the W-8 bin back. But once you file your 1040 NR the correct way, it gets accepted by the IRS. They got to tell the Social Security Administration this is a non-resident alien. And they got to update your status. Now, once your status is updated, go get the passport because now the State Department connects to the Social Security Administration. So they're gonna be able to see. You can put your Social Security number on the damn application, and they're gonna check it and say, "Oh no, this belongs to a non-resident alien." Now you get the national passport, no finesse. You got your records and everything. You doing it right.
That sounds legit.
Now, does that sound like some bullshit?
Sounds good.
That sounds legit.
But when the last time you went to court for private place? When the last time you been pulled over for any of that?
I don't do the private place. I kind of finessed it. Let me
So
tell you
how we know any of this stuff you talking about?
Let me tell you how I finessed the travel though.
So how we know any of this stuff you talking about even work?
Yo, let
You
let
don't
him
gotta
rock out.
trust me. I mean,
I'm trying to hit a finesse.
you can change the name and then hop on the border and then do the passport shit. You feel me? You don't gotta believe me. You know what I mean? I'm just if it don't sound right, it don't
You
sound
got
right.
an Instagram?
Oh no, I don't use
He in the
social media.
private. Yo, so True and Divine, how did you finesse the
Yeah.
travel joint?
Oh yeah. Cause I get pulled over all the time. Now I get warnings every time they pull me over. Now it's just okay, go about your day. Because
Yeah.
I already done dealt with him at the courthouse. I don't got
Okay.
no driver's. I don't got driver's license. My plates expired. No insurance. None of that. But when I do get pulled over, I just terminate the contract pursuant to equal protection of the law, 42 U.S. Code 1941. Terminate the contract.
Facts.
Straight up.
Man,
Man
that's
got some
cap.
bars. You got an email I can hit you out in the private,
That's
bro?
cap.
Oh yeah.
You could be anybody you want to be over there.
Yeah, put it.
Nah,
Yeah,
you don't gotta.
True
You
and
don't
Divine.
gotta. Hey, if y'all so advanced, then you gonna see if I'm saying some bull or if I'm not. It's
Yeah.
being real.
Shit, why we can't see, man? Like, cause if I had it like that, bro, I'll be recording videos clowning every day. Like, bro,
Nah,
they
but I
cannot
gotta complete. I gotta perfect it. Because I ain't finished it all the way out. I just been studying for the past 2 years. I've been studying no social media, none of that shit. Just focus.
Hey, True and Divine, A6 wants to get your email. Put it in the private chat that only we can see.
Okay.
And then we
I'm
can
gonna drop
talk
that
about
now.
some stuff or see what's good, in the private. And
Oh yeah, let's do that.
yeah, all right.
I'm about to drop that now.
All right, cool. All right, so we're gonna move on. True and Divine, I appreciate you. We'll hit you up in the private. Definitely want to see what more you got. I'll give you a minute.
Thank you.
Appreciate you coming on. Like I said,
I'm gonna hit you up too, bro.
all right. Hey, have a blessed night, brother. Appreciate your time,
yeah,
man.
likewise.
All right. So once again, this is what it's all about. We're not here on some BS. We're trying to get knowledge from each other because, hey, show me something. I'm from the show me state.
Exactly, bro. I'm here to learn
that's
too.
how I feel.
Like, am I gonna say everything he said was true? I don't know. Is it some merit just from what I heard?
It sounds legit though, because I'm familiar with the 1040 NR. I'm familiar with the WAB, and I just learned from him about the CAF. I wasn't even aware that even existed, so that's new to me.
Oh yeah, that CAF stuff was tough right there on me.
Yeah. So that's what it's all about, because like Finest Thing was saying, like these old school gurus, they ain't on here doing this. I have a lot of them that are friends. I can call right now on my cell phone, but they don't make no videos. I have them literally texting me and say, hey, my people are watching your live. They're watching your video. You got some fire stuff. I helped one of them get rid of paying his property taxes because he didn't even know there was a property tax exemption for him. There's one in every state. Every place has to have a remedy. I don't care what it is. Matter of fact, I'm going to go and say this more than what I normally would say, but I provide certain tools on my channel that if you guys knew how to use them in certain avenues, there's pretty much nothing you can't get accomplished.
Yep.
I am not going to I'm not going to build the house for you. All I'm going to say is 90% of the issues the average person has, if you follow my videos, Finest Thing or A6, the tools are there. That's all I'm going to say. And no, I'm not even going to say that. I'm just going to say, just watch the videos and let your mind flow, because when we tell you this, and this is a reason. We're not bringing you guys little light stuff. We're not bringing you fluff stuff. This is stuff that there's way more power behind it than what you guys realize. There's a reason why I think it was year 2 of me doing this stuff. They shut my YouTube down straight up. I went to go check my stuff. It was gone. So like the one troll out there who was like, hit me up. Why do you call your stuff education entertainment? Because I'm not trying to preach this as fact and have people try to sue me for saying something, even though this is what I do. But it's not about that for you guys. I can just tell you guys it's this, and this. It's the people who watch the videos. They're the ones who are going to be like, well, we own that platform. We don't like your message. So if you don't address things as entertainment, which this is, are you not entertained? Then they're going to feel some type of way, because if a lot of people start doing certain things, it hits their pockets. Okay? Us helping you guys to fight your cases with this knowledge and whatever else, don't think they don't pay attention to the money not coming in. Don't think that they're not going to go, oh, well, we need to, modify the words. They've already done it. I've already proven it on my channels.
Exactly. Precisely. Yes, sir. Agreed. But yeah, man.
Wait, hold on. Louise is waiting for the link. Louise, I'm dropping the link once again. It might have got blown up. Sorry. A lot of people in here. We got 463. So first of all, everybody, as my mans was saying, hit that bell, like, subscribe, whatever you got, the thumbs up. And thank you. This is the biggest crowd I've ever had watching the channel. So thank you. This wouldn't be possible without you guys. So once again, thank you. Humbly, you guys are allowing me, people like A6 and Finest Thing, to be able to do this, helping us to get books. As you see, your boy be getting down. Most of those are old, but the new ones are on the floor over here. So thank you for helping us to do this. So Divine, I'm still in the chat. If you're in you're still in the chat. Okay, so Louise, we dropped the link. If you didn't get it, I'll post it one more time here. It's coming up now. Oh, wait, there. That must be him.
It says device is not connected. He got to work out some issues on his end. Night Urka says, in my brother's court case, the defense attorney told me to stop watching YouTube video. I bet you they did. You probably taking money out their pocket. Damn, lawyers can't make no money if you keep watching YouTube.
All right, Rich.
Yeah.
All right, how's it going, brother? How you doing? And tell us about yourself, and let's get down with the get down.
I'm blessed. It's an echo. I don't know if that's coming from me.
Cut off the YouTube, bro.
Yeah, that's me. That's me.
Cut that off.
All right, word. All right. I'm a disabled veteran, so ex-military. I'm also in Texas, and what I was saying in regards, I wasn't trying to downplay what Finest Thing was saying, but the route that I went, like, there's multiple ways of doing this shit.
Oh yeah,
there's only one. Excuse my language. I don't need to say try to limit the vulgar, but there's multiple ways of doing what each person is trying to do, but not everybody is trying to do the same exact thing.
Facts.
Okay?
Right.
So that's one thing that I want to put out there. Okay. Now with the idea of what Finest was saying, this is what he heard. He heard about the whole going to Mexico, doing all that stuff. Yes, that is also a way of doing it. But my way of doing it, I didn't have to leave my couch. I wound up paying for it. So I'm still waiting for it to come in the mail. But I actually wound up paying for the process. And I follow a lot of different mentors who have successfully done this. And I'm pretty sure you guys, being that you guys are in the same route and journey, you know some of these names I'm going to drop. Jonah Bay is one of them. Avery, who also studied under Jonah Bay, is another one. Patrick Devine, who both of them studied under, is another one of my mentors. So I can say this from my experience. I've put all the resources that I was able to gather from each and every individual, because everybody's process was different, even though it got you the same result.
Okay, fire.
So for me, myself, like I said, I'm waiting for my shit to come. Excuse me, I keep cussing, but
I ain't making no money on this later.
I know the feeling, bro.
It's cool. I just have to change the settings.
Bro. I know the feeling, son.
I just have to change the settings. It's cool.
My apologies.
No, you're cool, brother.
So for my process, I wound up actually taking the birth certificate first. I did the authentication process all the way up to the federal level. This is just my process. Okay. After I took it to the federal level authentications, I started doing definitions, studying law, studying case law, things that could help support me when it came to going back to the county I live in and filing. Now I can say clearly I have not had any issues doing any of my filing documentation. I know a lot of people do get a lot of bite back. Being that I'm a melanated brother, you would expect for me to get bite back because of the color of the skin. But I didn't have the issue in regards. I did affidavit filing. Now a lot of people say sovereign this, sovereign that. I don't put myself in a category at all. I'm a free living man. So for my process, like I stated, I actually wind up utilizing one of Jonah Bay's processes as far as it's called an injunction. Now I did
That shit
research
is
on
powerful.
Now I did research on the injunction when I first heard the term prior to looking up Jonah Bay. And if you actually Google the definition of injunction, it clearly states to stop someone from committing or doing something.
Right.
So I took the injunction and I filed an affidavit injunction. Went to my bank, got it notarized by my notary at the bank. She notarized it, and then I took it down to the county and I filed it. I recorded it with my county. All of my documentation is recorded with the county. That way you cannot say it's not public and it's not law. Because it holds. If I have to go to court, I have things that I could use to defend because it's already recorded with the county I live in the state of Texas. So I took the affidavit of injunction down to my county. I recorded it, made 3 copies, certified copies of it, filed one with the county police department, and then also went and filed another one with the I sent it out to the Texas, the state attorney general in the state of Texas, which lets everybody know what I got going on. So, like I said, his process was Jonah Bay's process was similar to a lot of other individuals' processes. So I took everybody's process and made it to something that fits my situation.
Fire.
Okay. Yeah, I've heard that the
I'm
injunction is
not
fire.
gonna cap. I'm not gonna cap. I've yet to this day seen any of the stuff that the Moors be talking about actually work. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro.
see, and that's another reason why I didn't use all processes from what I have researched coming from the Moor side.
And I ain't gonna cap either. The Moors really the ones that started a lot of this. They the ones that got a lot of this movement even started, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But to this day, though,
I'm not
gonna lie though, man. Let me chip in on this, bro. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. I done seen dudes put in Moorish typed up affidavits talking about the history of the Moors and the treaty with the United States.
Right.
And I seen cases get thrown out over that. Take that for what it's worth.
And I have too, but like I said, once again, when I created my affidavit, I created it specifically for my situation. You know what I mean? Being that I've served for this country, in the country we live in, we all know it's screwed up. You know, we don't have to go into detail. We all know it ain't right. And I've experienced a lot of things during my time serving that I do not discuss because I suffer from it now. But I can say I have had the only thing I can say as far as my situation that I've had any issue with prior to me filing my injunction was being pulled over one time, and an officer didn't want to answer questions. So I have a sheet, which is it's a traffic stop sheet. Before he can ask for my license or any of that, he has to be able to answer everything that's detailed on it, which utilizes Texas criminal traffic codes and laws and God, I can't forget I forgot the last part of that. But it's the actual book that most officers in the state of Texas, all officers in the state of Texas should carry in their vehicle. And I learned this from watching a white man do it.
Oh, you're talking about the constitutional citizen?
I think
that. I don't know. It's something
like that. But after I seen it, I went and looked up the actual court case that he won against Harris County.
Okay.
And I printed out
man.
I printed out the actual court case that he won, a $250,000 lawsuit against Harrison County, the state of Texas, because the police officer pulled him over with flashing lights, which is illegal.
Yep, you're declaring a state of emergency when there is none.
He's signaling an emergency where there ain't no emergency.
Yeah.
Exactly. So not only did he sue the police officer himself, but the significant other was also tied to that. The officer and the wife.
Bloody.
Yeah. This one cat back in the day, he did that to before he became president, Ronald Reagan.
I heard about that. Yeah,
they were not happy with that,
bro. But you know what the deal with
the women were flipping out.
Yeah, he was selected. That's why they, you know what I mean? It's like,
but go ahead, Rich. My bad.
No, so like I said, everybody's process to this journey of what they're trying to do is different. My process, the way I've submitted my documents by following each mentor that recommended doing certain things, I put them to fit for my situation, and it worked for me. Now, when I get this thing in the mail, if you want, I will gladly jump on with y'all so you can see it. Because
Hey, hop in the private,
I wound
bro.
up paying, I actually paid like $400 for it.
Okay.
And,
jump in the private chat and drop your email so we can talk to you too.
All right, word. And then for what I was gonna say, the place that I actually had to file it through, was it was out of country though. I will tell you that it was out of country, but it was not Mexico. but it was out of country. Okay. Another individual that I follow, who was also a mentor of the other individuals as well as me, is Brian Arome.
I don't know that
now,
one.
And he is also a mentor to myself. Okay. But the country that I wound up filing it through was the Pan American Auto Travel Association, which is in Hawaii. So it was out of the connected continental U.S. And that was one of the documents I wound up filing for, which gives me a whole new name, whole new ID as well. Kind of like the same process, but I didn't have to utilize my social neither. I use my foreign grantors trust EIN, because everything that's put in a trust foreign cannot be touched by the government or anybody else.
Right.
That's powerful right there. Yeah, I know some people that use the foreign grantors trust EIN to actually create a private trust and put their possessions in. Like I've actually seen people, go and get their cars transferred into a foreign trust, which effectively removes it from the U.S. jurisdiction. So that police officer will be breaking all kind of international treaty agreements by even putting a finger on your car.
Exactly. And those were also put in place. But there was another thing somebody had made a comment on in regards of surrendering your birth certificate. You do not want to surrender your birth certificate. You want to take claim over that account, ownership of the birth certificate. Okay.
Yo, who is this guy that says Bear is not a U.S. national? You guys are beating your heads against the wall.
Who said?
Somebody in the chat said you guys are. I guess he's saying the information is not credible. I don't know.
This dude's still stuck. He's still stuck on the assumed name. Like we didn't did that 5 years ago.
That's the assumed name's a little old.
He's still stuck.
Well, 6. I think you got admin powers too. So if someone's getting too jazzy, put them on the B list, Brian.
Oh yeah. Make me a moderator too.
Everybody in here gonna be blocked.
Nah, I ain't blocking nobody, man. Freedom of speech, man. But sometimes you gotta get put in time out.
All right.
Rich, my bad, Rich. I interrupted you. Please
continue. No. Y'all good. I know how it is. Yeah. But to answer your guys' question, I stay private in regards because not everybody you share this information with is going to be used the right way.
Right. That's what we were kind of saying earlier. Yeah.
Now I do teach some individuals that God points me in the right direction of teaching. You know what I'm saying? God wasn't really selective, but he knows your heart.
Indeed.
You know what I mean? And but there was a lady who had made a comment earlier. She was talking about surrendering your birth certificate. You don't want to surrender your birth certificate because it's worth money.
Right.
Yes.
When you take claim over the birth certificate account, you can write off birth certificates for special deposits with banks.
Yeah.
You don't want to surrender your birth certificate or give it back to you want to take claim over the estate, which is the birth certificate, let alone the social security number being the account to the Social Security Administration, the federal account, Federal Reserve accounts, all that stuff. You want to take claim over all of that. But it starts with taking claim over the birth certificate first.
Hey, Rich, do you have I think you just already kind of answered it, but you don't have no type of channel, or do you want people to be able to get a hold of you, find you on Instagram, or are you just in the private?
Nah, man, I'm in the private. Anything I share, if y'all want to share it, if it helps, that's my way of helping the public. You know what I mean?
All right, yeah. because I'm just looking at the chat and some people are like, hey, teach me what, you know, this, that, and the other. So I'm just trying to address some of their stuff. So, okay, that's cool. We just need to know how you get down.
Yeah, and I put my email in the private chat for y'all. I don't know if y'all got that.
I got it. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, we got you.
Okay.
Got you.
So yeah, so but somebody said negotiable instruments. Yeah, everything that you do is contract. Everything you do is contract. It takes your social security number and your identification. It's contract.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, indeed.
Facts. Yep.
You know, so regardless of, you know, and there's a lot of people out there who are, because you're black, it's not going to work.
I hate that shit.
Two of the most successful individuals were black.
Yep.
I'm not going to even use the term black. I'm going to say melanated.
I would say 3: Yusufel and Jonah Bay. And,
yep, Yusufel was another individual that I had looked into too.
Yeah.
But, you know, like I said, I put everything in that fits my particular situation. You know,
okay,
my situation. So when I get the actual universal, and it's not the world passport.
Okay.
Well, it could be actually because it's termed something differently.
Gotcha.
So my process is labeled something different. It might be similar to you, but the injunction, when you file an affidavit injunction and record it with your state, you can also apply fees with it. And then
the injunction's powerful, bro.
And
that
then
shit is strong.
That's fire.
And you file it. You take that and you file it with your county police department and your state attorney general.
I had one lady who did it, and a client from way back when, like 3 years ago, and she got pulled over, and because of that injunction, they seen her warrants, they seen everything on there, and they were like, nope, we can't touch her. They're like, have a good day, and that was it. And I was like, oh, I need to know that.
People underestimate how powerful it is with sending a note to your chief of police. I don't know why people overlook that step. Sending a note to the head of the department or what have you, dude, is like one of the strongest moves you can do. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And somebody made a FFL license going private. If you go okay. So I just want to tap on this, and then I'll yield that way you guys can, because I don't want to take up y'all time, because this is for you guys to teach it most. So, but in regards to somebody saying something about the FFL going private, the FFL license, you do not. If you have any type of license, depending on the level of privacy you want to go through, is going to require a lot of things. The deeper you want to go to fully private, you do not want to have any type of contract with the United States, whether it's any type of license you do not want to have, because it's considered a contract.
Right.
It's considered a contract.
Okay.
So,
man, hey, thank you for bringing it, brother. That was fire. Like I said, man, I'm going to hit you up, because this was some of the stuff a lot of people don't understand. Like, when you do what we do, especially, for me, I get so enthralled with doing the consultations or whatever. I don't have a whole lot of extra time nowadays because of the popularity of this information to study new things. So for me to be amongst other, fellow people in this, comrades, if you want, colleagues, probably a better word. That's how we learn. You know what I mean? Like, I learn a little bit from my clients, but to be around colleagues who are actively doing it or already have those puzzle pieces that I don't.
That's a blessing.
This is what I do. I've been wanting to be right here, right now, since I was 9 years old. So I thank you guys, and man, just across the board, everyone here, everybody in the audience. This is like a dream come true, to be able to learn more of this stuff. So thank you for that. So if you just want to, say any one of your last little pieces, not to say it like that, but anything, however you want to close out.
I've been following you for a minute, Bad Wolf, and now that I see we have 2 more brothers in here to look into too, so I will be following y'all social YouTube, because that's all I got is YouTube and Twitter. So
okay. Hey, Rich, man, you got a friend in us. We appreciate you. Thanks for bringing it. We're definitely going to hit you up on the private side and see what it do.
Most definitely.
Travel
I'm
safe.
hitting you up now, bro. I'm hitting you up now.
All right, for sure. I used to live in Maryland, so I was stationed in Fort Detrick. So.
Hell yeah! All right, cool. Yeah, we can definitely build, champ, no doubt.
All right, most definitely. Appreciate it, brothers.
All right, Rich. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you.
All right, man.
Peace.
That was some good info.
Woo! Wow. See, this is what I'm talking about right here.
Yeah, I love to listen and learn, bro. Like, hey, what can I say? You know what I mean?
Fade me up. Let's go. What it do?
Yes, sir.
All right, we got Aaron out there from the North Woods of Wisconsin. Okay. You got Sister, Kiki Love, Mega Bills, Thomas, Sean. Hey, thank y'all for being in this. Like, you know, so we're definitely, as long as you guys are cool, 6 and Finest Thing, we can run it for a little while longer. If y'all starting to get, you know, like ready to, you know, do something, we can call it. Otherwise, I'd probably say another 30, maybe 40, 30 minutes.
It's bussing right now. We can't, even if we want to stop right now, it's bussing. We can't let them down like that.
These people will be on here all night till 12 o'clock. Hey,
Yeah,
I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna go hit the bar. Y'all take care of this. I'm gonna leave it running. I'll be back in about 4 hours.
Right. Hey, man.
I got about another Finest Thing takeover.
I can rock out to about like right here. I'm on Eastern Standard Time. I got another 25 minutes.
We could do that.
All right,
cool. All praises to the Most High, for sure. This is a blessing, just people coming together like this. And look how many people in here, all on the same type of page right now. All praises to the Most High.
Word 513. That's a blessing, man. Yes, indeed.
Like,
yo, get them likes up though. We should have 513 likes for this video. Man.
At least.
Get the likes up. Everybody in here, it don't cost nothing to hit the like button. Hit that like button, man.
See, we're okay. I'm a noob at this. Where are the likes? Because all I'm seeing is you guys on the YouTube or what?
Yeah, you can only see it on the tube.
Oh, okay, because I'm still in StreamYard, so it's just like you got 513. That's all I'm seeing. So I'll have to peep that part later. But yeah, as you guys hear, please get those likes up. It helps with the algorithm. I do have a couple of trolls and AIs out there, so it does help to you know, curve that, keep them promoting my stuff, even though they don't want to. But yeah, so all right, yeah, go ahead, throw. I see Shasi or Shaq, what jumped off. They were on. You gotta get your video back on if you want to get us on here, or let me know that you're wanting to get in. Otherwise, we're just gonna roll. So what else y'all got going on? What's good with you?
All right, Bear is a U.S. national and not a U.S. citizen. Why are you ignoring the links I'm posting? I am talking about truth and something you don't know about. Where is that? I don't see any links.
That's what we need in here. Bear is a U.S. national. We got another sage guru. We need you in here because you know it all. You know, break it down for the people.
All right, I'm going to post it.
Mark Campbell says, I can't find A6 in the search. Let me put it up again.
It's kind of hard. You got to type it in exactly right because it used to be that same way when I would search up your name, bro. Like, you got to type it in exactly right or it don't come up.
They got me hidden. They got me hidden, but it's all good, though.
Oh, yeah, you blackballed like the rest of us.
Here's Except the name right here.
Bad Wolf beat the system, bro.
Oh, Bad Wolf an anomaly, man.
He beat the algorithm. He beat the algorithm.
Somebody said his nickname Neo and shit.
I thought maybe Morpheus, but I'll take it. Hey, you know.
Neo, yeah, man. It is what it is.
Do you think that's air you're breathing now?
Facts, man. Facts.
I don't know. Yeah, you got it. I don't know, man. My channel's been on YouTube a long time. Maybe because I had it so just sitting there not doing nothing. I didn't use it for years. I think if you go back to my main channel page, I think it literally says I've been on here since like 2014 or something, but I didn't do nothing up until like the last 4 or 5 years. 5 years, 6 years.
Wow.
Something like that. So I don't know. Dr. Sylvia Yarbrough Ministries, a special shout out to you. Thank you for that. Post that there.
You're looking out on that.
Yeah, appreciate it. Every little bit helps. Everybody get them likes up. I want to say I appreciate you guys. You guys helped get a YouTube channel that was like anti-Bad Wolf shut down. So thank you for that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I see. Dude, he was crying about his channel.
Hey, yo, y'all some savages out. I need y'all support, man. I need y'all to come subscribe to my channel, man. Thank you,
the Wolf got some love. I don't know what y'all did or who y'all know. I don't want to know, but he got his channel shut down. Found another guy. They took down all his videos. Every time he used my images.
The old lawyer dude that was complaining about you?
Yeah, I think him and another one.
Yeah.
I was like, I tell people, look, I provide the info. Just you do the research. Do your own research. And I'm not even
the wolves at him, huh?
Y'all went savage on them. So thank you.
Wolves
for
that
that.
ate his food. Y'all took food off his table. That's what's up, yo. That's what's
You know,
up.
his whole channel was against me. He had like X amount of videos, but none of them were nothing else against. He would find mine like I'm somebody or something.
That's
I ain't got
crazy,
100,000 subscribers. I ain't balling like that, you know.
Get a hobby. Like what the
Yeah, like come on, man. Like you an agent or an AI now that they can do that. Who knows? But
who knows, yeah. All right. Somebody said they couldn't find my channel in the search bar, so I'm gonna just put the link right here. Try that. See if that works. You don't mind, do you, Wolf?
no, yeah, you cool.
All right, then try that. You'll try copying and pasting that joint. That should do it. You might have to go to the chat and copy it that way because you're not gonna be able to copy it off the screen.
Yeah, I also want to thank Tanya M out there. Thank you for the super sticker. I'm still new at this. Y'all got to remember, I'm old. All right, so I'm new at all this. So it took me a while even to set this up. Six actually helped me figure half this stuff out. I'm telling y'all, I'm so private. Y'all might think just because I'm in front of this camera that like it's all to the good. I am a nerd. I sit here, I read these books. I got family members who don't know where I live right now. Y'all know more about me than half of them because I'm private. When I say private, I came out to do this for y'all and to have like a little posterity for my son because he's only 7 right now. And I want him to be able to see what his dad was doing when he was kind of a young
yeah,
cat,
man.
you know? Nice. So, but I had been in the private. When I was 19, I won my first case against my state, and I beat the prosecutor in the hallway. And he battled me for like 5 minutes. He was like, how are you going to plead? I was like, I'm going to get this case dropped. He was like, okay, Mr. Lovett. Yeah, sure. I'm like, no, for real. Because I didn't know who he was. I had never done this. And I got in and long story short, we battled. I beat him with the technicalities, remedies. He recommended that the judge drop the case because he knew that if they lost, they have to come out their pockets for that case, that court time. So the judge goes, Mr. Lovett, how were you able to be my prosecutor in the hallway before even coming in here? I'm not thinking of anything other than, hey, somebody wants some knowledge from me. Sure, I'm glad you asked, Mr. Judge. Here's how I did it. And then he caught himself. He's like, oh, nope. Whatever you guys have figured out is good for me.
Not in the public.
Yep, because one man doesn't mess with another man's business. I didn't know at the time, like I know now, you send a writ. You send your writ before you even go, if you're going to go.
Yep.
And you give them a courtesy to say, hey, if you want me coming in there, I am, which you guys should have watched my video on the 12 presumptions of court, 3228 canon. They don't want you to know. They want you to do that before you come so that you don't mess with their money.
Their money, yeah.
It is not your obligation. Now, this might sound bad. I'm not on their side. Ain't none of that. They don't want you letting what you know to be said in front of other people in the courtroom or in the hallway because it messes with their money.
Yep. And what they'll do is they'll actually have you go last sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah. If you especially if you use one of my writs, you're going last for sure.
They might dismiss it at the end though, you know.
A few times they didn't have me sit back down and wait till everybody else go.
Yep.
Yeah. Like they ain't trying to have you play with their money. Nope.
Yeah, and then right before trial, like right when I go to pick the jury, they always dismiss it. Because they don't want other people seeing or hearing that.
Exactly.
Because then it's gonna turn some light bulbs on. You know how that go.
Some people gonna be asking for your information, you know, going outside asking for your info and all that.
Oh yeah.
I actually had a dude, a national I know, he went into court and he basically appointed the judge. He came up and said, I'm gonna stand right here, and he says, no, the judge. He comes up and he doesn't cross the bar, and the judge says, you got to come stand right here. And he says, I think you can hear me just fine from there. And he says, what? He said, I think you can hear me just fine from there. And he says, what is your purpose here today? He says, are you a trustee? The judge says, he looks at him with like a deer in the headlights, like, are you a trustee? He says, I'm not the trustee. He says, well, I'm appointing you as the trustee. He appointed the bailiffs as the trustee, the damn prosecutor as the trustee. And then he says, well, what exactly is it that you want, sir? He was like, yeah, I demand a jury trial for this case. He says, okay, no problem. We'll demand your jury trial, sir. Please, you can leave now. And they dismissed the case.
I told you, right before jury trial, they're going to dismiss it every time.
Yep.
Especially if you got the right stuff filed in, like affidavits and stuff that explains all the terms of motor vehicle and driver and all that. Yeah, they ain't got no time for that because they do not want a jury looking over all that stuff.
No, you start talking jazzy. Nope. Gotta go.
I mean, there's too many other sheep out here to just grab and pick on. So
Yeah.
why mess with a wolf? You feel me?
Yes. And as I always tell people, even though I call you guys all the wolves, what that really means is that if you run in with us, like I got a friend who calls himself the crazy rabbit, right? He's like, well, am I a wolf though? I'm like, the wolf is a mindset. It's not what your physical avatar you want to call yourself or any of that. It is a mindset. Either you're out here eating grass and getting harnessed for you're getting fleeced, getting shaved for your wool, or you're the one that the farmer wants to keep out of the pen and don't want you to show the other ones how to jump out. So it's a mind state. It's that I'm not accepting loss. Losses sometimes happen, but get back up and keep going. All right, so we got Mega Bills in here, and Sach, your device is not connected. You have to fix that, but we'll bring in Bills right now. Bills, go ahead and introduce yourself. Say what's up. So
Peace.
what you got going on?
Mega Bills, man. I was the one that was asking about the FFL thing. Now I wanna I've been following you for some years. You know what I'm saying? I've been following you for a while now.
All right.
E6, good to meet you. FT Dub. I gotta call you FT Dub, bro. But
all good, bro.
I'm gonna follow you too, bro. I'm gonna subscribe to your channel. But all right, this is my thing, right? I have my birth certificate authenticated to the federal level. I had that for years now, but really I was kind of stuck in the steps for that. Like, yeah, bless. The path that I was taught was similar to what Rich was saying, where we were supposed to get the birth certificate authenticated, write up the affidavit, do it. We were supposed to do a DBA in the SKV name, the government name,
right?
The DBA doing business as, and then do the injunction, and then get the passport. That's how we were taught.
Okay.
Now, at the time when I started my process, I had a couple things going on. I had a couple warrants at the time, so I didn't do the process of going to the court. I did have my birth certificate, and I just recently did my affidavit process, got it accepted by the court. But after that, I don't really know what route to go with that. But before you answer me, I'm in school for gunsmithing, and my plan was to start a private black gun club in Virginia. You know what I'm saying? Which would be the first. And I have an investor. I mean, the financial part is not the part. I'm trying to figure out, is there a way I can do this if I can be private but still have access to the things that I would be able to get with an FFL license, like to be able to manufacture, to be able to get the fully automatics. These are things that I would be able to do with FFL license. But to be private, I know it's not good to have a license. But so I'm trying to say, do you guys know anything or any route or path I may be able to?
Have you looked up NRA gun trust?
No, I haven't.
Ooh.
A gun trust.
Lower your voice, man. You're a little loud.
Hey, Six.
Lower your voice, yo.
Six. I ain't making no money off this video.
Lower your voice, son.
Well, yeah.
Yo, you might want to hit him up. Chill with that. You hit him up privately today.
That type of trust will allow you to have automatics and silencers and stuff like that, bro.
He did it anyway.
Well, remember, this is all education. This is entertainment.
Okay. Oh, yeah. No, but that's completely legal. And then remember, we do everything in trust. That's how the wealthy people move.
Right.
So it actually is different. People don't know you could have firearms and stuff of that nature inside of trust as well. So hey, trust is the way to go.
Trust is the way to go.
Hey, y'all see. I get
that is good education.
I get food stamps,
entertainment.
I get all that. I get free medical insurance. I get to sue for free. I get to do all that. Why? Because my person has nothing. My person on paper is impoverished. I make nothing because everything I make, I donate to the trust. I don't have anything. The trust makes all income, takes all income. I'm a poor person on paper. That's just what it is. That's how the wealthy people move. This is why you be like, oh, so-and-so just went bankrupt and they still rich. Why? Because all their stuff is in trust. Oh, we had trust funds ready for our kids, waiting for the day they turn 18. So they automatically multi-millionaires as soon as they turn 18. Like, and you can't touch that money. Nobody can touch that money. With my trust, child support can't touch your money. Can't nothing touch your money. They can't freeze your account because you get into some crap or nothing because you don't own it. You don't own what's in the trust. You just have a fiduciary duty to manage what's in the trust. You feel me? So own nothing, control everything, and that's what I live by.
That's actually the name of my company. The name of my company is Own Nothing, Control Everything. I call it Once, but yeah.
Oh, that's kind of raw. That's slick.
Yeah. So
Once, that's slick.
Right. Yeah. You know.
Oh yeah. Okay. I got man.
That's slick, bro.
Yeah,
that's too slick.
That's my. I got that. You know, I got that little Virginia thing. I got that, but I want to take it further. That's why, like I said, man, I definitely want to holler at you. You know what I'm saying, FT Dub, because there's a lot of things you were saying. I need to do some things like that now. Like, you know, like I said, I don't have no licenses. I was planning on going for it. I supposed to finish school in February, and I was planning to go that route then. But again, like I said, if it's anything that I can know, or you know what I'm saying, because like I said, I don't want you to say things that would jeopardize the show or the channel. But I definitely want you to, you know what I'm saying, put me on.
Put your email in the private chat, and y'all can talk about more of that education and entertainment in the more so private.
Yeah.
And then we can all hook up or whatever that way.
That's a good one though.
What kind of trust? It's a 508c1a trust. So that means it's classified as a religious organization.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, pop your info in there. We're gonna bring in. I don't want to mess up your name, but Sash, and then we got Shaka. Okay, and then we got the Shogun also popping in, and I know we got whatchamacallit over here already waiting. So yeah, just go ahead and do that.
I'm gonna go ahead and fall out and just watch.
All right, brother. Hey, thank you for the knowledge. Thank you for your time.
You got my email?
Did you put it in the private chat?
Yeah, I got it.
Got you. All right,
appreciate y'all, man.
No doubt. Thank you, man.
All right.
Now I'm coming on here as a student, and I'm just saying that I salute Brother Finesse, the brother A6, and James the man. Nobody is out here showing this information, but one other person. So all these people are going to come over here and try to mellow y'all down and make the move the goalposts on y'all's information, because y'all the man for real. That's all I want to say is keep it up and watch these people that come around y'all and try to change the subject or say, oh, I got this information too, and then y'all ask them that simple question, well, why don't you show it? And they don't have no answer. Just salute to you, gentlemen, and thank you.
Hey,
for sure.
Game and power always recognizes the same. You know what I mean? So thank you for all that. Appreciate you.
Straight up.
And then finest thing, you got my man's over here, Albert Taylor, talking about finest. That is the shiz. I've been waiting for. I got to go get that trust. So yeah, we dropping it.
Hey, trust finna come out, bro. Trust finna drop.
That's how all the wealthy people move, man. That's how they move.
Yeah, and that's how we all need to be moving, especially if we calling ourselves nationals.
Facts. Hey, Shaka, go ahead, jump in, brother, and then the Shogun, you're up next.
All right, for sure. Yeah, peace be with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Wolf with A6, my brother with the controversial name. You feel me?
What up, man?
Finest thing.
Finest thing walking though. You feel me? Man, my name is Shaka Israel. You know what I'm saying? Let it be no mystery to that. I'm not a mystery. None of y'all just want y'all. You know what I'm saying? Just feel me tonight. Like I'm learning like a mug. I already got a real busy schedule, but I got a 508c1a, a little non-profit going on, but I ain't gonna talk too much. You feel me? But
hey, yeah, you know what it is.
Yeah, you feel me? That's why, like, I wanted to
508c1a. That's what my trust under.
Yeah, man, and see, I got the book coming. Shouts out to my man 6 for the, you feel me? And
yes, sir.
You know, I got that on the way. It's on the way, and that's. But I think this thing should be like here, like next week. I got the other two, you feel me? And shout out to Wolf once again. You know what I'm saying? Because yeah, man, and man, you know, I'm an Israelite. I'm an Essene Israelite, but you know what I'm saying? Like we ain't none of that.
All praise to the Most High. Barakatah Yahweh Bashim Yahushua.
Barakatah, the holy and great. When you feel what I'm saying, in the name of the elect and then the Holy Spirit. But yeah, man, I'm about to get up off this thing. I just want to be formally introduced to my God, Finest Thing Walking, to my brother A6, and to my man King James. Even what, you know, feel me? Bad Wolf, you feel me? Hey, I do it in the private, I'm gonna do it in the public. You dig what I mean?
Bro, hey, if you want to catch up with us,
I
put
got
your email in the private chat if you want to holler at these boys. Otherwise, I see people are asking for Finest Thing. They want to know about your channel too. So Thang, you gotta drop it down
Same
again.
name. Finest Thing Walking is the same name. Y'all type it in the comments real quick for y'all.
So nah.
All right,
Yeah,
Shock, I
man.
appreciate you, man. Thank you. Mad love, bro.
Hey, much love back from here too. Peace be with y'all. Shalom.
All right. Hey,
Shalom.
Shogun, you up, brother?
Go on.
I just want to pop in here and say what's up and let you know,
Shalom.
Wolf, that I've been rocking with you for a good while. Probably, I think I came across you right around the time that Chris Hauser hit the scene, and yeah, I just wanted to say I really appreciate all the content that you've ever put out there. And I fucked around and bought me a website domain called 1099a.com that I've kind of just had for sale for a good while. But yeah, I wanted to. I did have a question in regards to the Treasury or the Treasury Direct, and I guess in the process of, I guess if you're looking to cash in on securities or things of that nature, do you need to have it established as that entity account?
I don't deal in the Treasury Direct account thing. That's not my department.
Yeah.
I stay away from that. That's not for the public anyway. That's for the private.
Yeah,
Okay.
they guard that information. I will be honest and say that I have not cashed mine. As I show in the videos, I've gotten you guys up to the part where you're able to see it for educational purposes.
Right.
But as I have not done my own, I cannot officially direct you on how to do it. Because when you call there, the low-level functionary is going to say it's all BS.
Right.
But we've pulled the info. We know what's sitting there. We just don't know how to move forward safely. I've had people tell me they're in the process. They told me that they're going to tell me when they get done.
You never hear from them.
They've been told that they need to turn in the actual physical, paper themselves. Mm-hmm. But what forms and any potential ramifications, we don't know yet. So you can always touch base with us, sometime in the future in the private, and we can see if we've configured something out.
No doubt.
But as Tupac said, all eyes on me. So you gotta step carefully, and so continue your research and education. If you're diligent, I'm pretty sure you'll figure it out. But I will say this: keep in mind, we don't own the straw man.
Right. So
if you're trying to claim something that belongs to the straw man, you might want to find a way to probably control or own the straw man.
There you go.
Right. I've been hearing that it's probably more beneficial to utilize those birth certificates as the special deposits when dealing with the bank, as opposed to trying to cash in on the securities or the value of the securities that are tied to the birth certificate.
Grab yourself to the redemption manual 4.5 and get to reading. That'll show you what direction.
Yeah, you're using the right words, but I cannot confirm nor deny. So I'll just say you're on the path of deeper understanding. I would encourage you to continue your education.
Fair enough. I appreciate that.
God bless you, brother. All right. So, I don't know. I think we're almost at about time. So you guys about ready to wrap, or unless you guys got one or two more things you want to throw down?
Yeah. I might have to go ahead and hit the eject button. Go flying out this bitch.
All right. Yeah. All right. Well, all right. Sixth thing, whichever one you guys want to go first, go ahead, guys. I just want to say thank you, everybody, for being in attendance. We got 450 hardcore people just killing it in here. So thank you for that. Hit them likes. This will upload to YouTube, so you guys can watch it, recap, go back through it.
This is a good one.
I'm going to apologize for not being able to get to your comments. I could barely keep up back in the day when it was only 100, maybe 200.
Yeah.
I can't do all 500. This is I'll be doing this until 8 o'clock in the morning and still rolling. So thank you for that. I'm going to let Finest Thing go ahead and jump in and say people want to know where they can find you once again, and then drop it to A6, and then I'll finish off with the last part, and then we're just going to wrap it up. I want to thank Glad Tidings for being a new member. I just seen you pop up, and then we're going to close it. But you guys have always keep asking me to do more of these, so I will try to do at least one a month for sure now, probably two. And then whenever these gentlemen over here are available, I will have them on the show if they feel so inclined. And like I said, as always, guys, when I eat, we eat. So when y'all have some fire information, hit me up with that inside stuff. Make sure the info is vetted. Hit up A6. Hit up Finest Thing. I think Finest Thing, you do consultations too, don't you, or no?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so that being said, guys, you can hit me up. You can hit any one of them. And we're going to support each other. And we got this. So, Finest, floor is yours, Big Pimpin'.
First of all, I just want to say all praise to the Most High. And then I also want to say thank you to everybody that came here today, because this is why we do it for, you know, and seeing all these people in here, all these people dropping all these likes, dropping all these comments, that's going to, you know, make the fire burn brighter. You know, that just sparked the fire in me even more. Now I'm like, man, now I got to go hard for all these people in Washington that want to see these statues I was talking about. And all, you know, so now I got to drop a video, you know, like, you know, I got to get back to it. That's what they want. And now we really got a market for this. And Bad Wolf just proved it's really a market for this. You feel me? Like, because at first, you know, it was a little dry out here for us. We just kind of like some crazy people, you know, just talking some crap. But now it's a fire behind this. They see what we talking about. They see it has a basis to it. It's not some loony crap. It's actual factual, and it can be proven. We going to court. We beating them in court. We proving it. They dropping the cases. They don't even want to go to trial with us. When do they not want to go to trial? You feel me? When they know they can't beat you, you feel me? And then they don't want other people to be exposed, by, you know, to be exposed to this other stuff. And if enough people do it, we can really start making real changes if enough people start doing it. And just look at this one little channel, how many, you know, people is in here right now, bro. And we just getting started. We ain't even did none yet. We ain't even showed them none yet. Feel me? We just getting started, you know? So imagine when everybody out here armored up with trust. Everybody out here got they properties, they houses, they automobiles under trust, and we all moving like that. Like, we ain't just gonna be some, you know, they be trying to call us sovereign citizens and all that, which don't let nobody call you that. That's defamation of character right there.
And that's, you can sue for that. You can sue for that.
Yep.
Yeah, for real. You can sue people for that. So don't let them cops or any of them start labeling you as that. We is not no sovereign citizens. None of that. So this is completely separate from this. We really just want to follow the law. Like, really, we just trying to follow the law to our best of our ability. And another thing, a lot of people need to they need to know how to handle themselves when they do get in situations with cops. And we're not even just saying like you on some traveling stuff or whatever the case is. No, just anytime you're in a situation with them. I think a good thing to keep y'all eyes on would be First Amendment audits. I don't know if y'all ever heard of that, or if y'all watch any First Amendment auditors, but y'all should probably search a little bit up of that on YouTube and watch that, just to see how much power you really do have as an individual. Because you think the government the one with all the power, but the power's with the people. And we got to take the power back. You feel me? Because we've been bending over too long, and that's why they think you committing a real crime when you out there traveling. That's how crazy the world has gotten to now. When you just going from point A to point B, not doing anything commercial, you following the law, but they treating you like a real criminal. That's how insane the world is right now. We got to reverse that, and we only gonna reverse that if enough people make it normal to start doing that. So I like the fact that there's a lot of people in here. Shout out to Bad Wolf for real. Shout out to my man's A6. My name is Finest Thing, walking on the YouTube, on the Instagram. whatever you want to find me on is probably the same name or whatever the case is, but they can type it in there for you, or you could put the names back on there. I think it only shows when you ain't got comments on there. But yeah, man, come holla at me, come holla at A6, man. We here, we finna go harder though, because y'all going hard for us.
Facts.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And for me, man, thank you guys for tuning in, man. Support my man Wolf, support Finest Thing Walking. Finest Thing Walking, actually, when I first really started getting acquainted with this information, he was the first one who really showed me love, man. So, yo, give this man his flowers. The dude is not a hater. He's ultra supportive, man. Great dude. Very easy to talk with, man, and very knowledgeable. Wolf is the guru. He actually gave me a lot of love, too. Dude right there. This dude, Wolf, let me tell you, man, when I had my first traffic stop, Wolf was actually the one who put it out there. And I got a bunch of subs from him too, man. So both of these guys helped me get my start. Thanks to him, I'm over 2,000 now. Thank you guys so much. Need to just keep pushing forward, try to get to that 10,000, man, so we can keep pushing. Always keep studying, always research, grab your books, get out there, be BOTG, boots on the ground. Don't be afraid to put it in action. Make sure you do your research before you jump in, though, and just start swinging. You know what I mean? But, you might have a temporary setback from learning, but it's all part of the process. Everybody went through it. So with that said, I'm A6, the 4 National Born Natural. That is the link right here again for my channel.
Pop it up, 6.
There we go. There's a link right there for my channel. You can copy, paste it, and drop it right in the search bar. It should pop right up. Give me a sub, hit the bell. We are live Sundays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we go in. You can ask my man Wolf. He's usually there front and center. Finest Thing Walking sometimes there too. He's a real busy man these days, but he still shows support. So thank you guys so much for hearing me out. Yes.
Hey, yeah, Wolf, you're going to have to throw some more shows, though.
Yeah, I see everybody. They be getting at me, man. The one chick, Kiki Love, I think, she was like, what? You need to do at least one per week.
No, man, when you got momentum like that, bro, you got to take advantage, bro.
Yeah, we getting it in. We're gonna gear up. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go into second gear with this. I know 6 always be doing his on Sunday night, 9 o'clock Eastern, right?
9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah, and so I usually, for those people who want to catch me, I usually pop in on his. When he's got time and depending on what he's got moving on, I'll be there. But yeah, I'm gonna try to get in at least 2 a month. And if we end up having to do more, we'll do more. You know what I mean? So, but we're ramping up, but we can't maintain without y'all support, y'all views, y'all spreading the word, y'all learning this.
Yep.
All the other stuff is cool, but we're doing this so y'all can learn this, not just to, view, but boots on the ground. And then, like Finest Thing was saying, hey, y'all are the wolves out there in the field who you're right there doing these things. You're learning some things. Some people are like, I did this, or I'll do that. Some people right now might be like, hey, I'm going to hit up Finest Thing. I live right on the border. I'll do that. That's what we need. People say, hey, so kick that information back to Finest Thing on the private. And if he wants to share it in the public, cool. If not, I know he's going to tell me and 6. And what the experience is, now I know Finest Thing, he going to put it all out there. Finest Thing ain't got no shame.
You already know.
He ain't going to have no monetization on his YouTube channel.
No holds barred.
But for real, thank you guys for all the support, whether it's $1 or it's just mentioning us to people. I know a lot of you guys talk positively about us to other people. You guys helped get this other man's YouTube shut down who was talking jazz, trying to throw us under the bus. So thank you for that. And govern yourselves accordingly. They always want you, whoever shows, the disrespect at the business table, we'll just say, is the one who loses first. So you hold your ground, keep your truth. And I see a couple people asked about doing a video on the micronation. I will do another one on that. So just seriously, guys, thank you. Take care of yourselves. Stay wise, stay woke, stay aware, and govern yourselves accordingly. And have a great night. And we will be back. We got more for you guys, and it's only going to get more fire because now that we got you guys introduced, now we're about to let loose. So that being said, the Bad Wolf, aka James C. Lovett, I'm out, and that is it. You guys have a great night, and we'll talk to you guys later.